Champions League reaches its halfway stage. 1 month, every second, every match is breathtaking. Don't miss the high-octane action in this do-or-die November. Live on Sony Live.
आपने इतने सारे स्टार्टअप्स को स्पॉट किया है जो आगे जाकर यूनिकॉर्न्स बने हैं. What do you think of our idea?
It's a really shitty idea. पक्के उस बकवास जॉब से. I quit.
What?
तो क्या करना है?
मैं आपके साथ काम करना चाहता हूँ. आपके विजन को रियलिटी बनाना चाहता हूँ. हम जो करने जा रहे हैं वो रिस्की तो है. Sir, but the biggest risk is not taking any risk.
किरण कहाँ जा रहा था? किस पर्पस के लिए?
यही बात तो मैं जानना चाहती हूँ. मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा उसने मुझसे झूठ क्यों बोला.
मैं एक ऑनलाइन इन्वेस्टिगेटिव रिपोर्टर. ये है प्योर फैक्ट्स और मैं हूँ आपका अश्विन कुमार साइनिंग ऑफ.
ये जरूर कुछ छुपा रहे हैं.
I think it's a trap.
Mirage, streaming now, only on Sony Live.
Who's our best chance, Murad?
Only one person, sir.
Mr. Prime Minister, your proposal is rejected.
I will not allow people walking over me without repercussion.
Jega.
देखिए महारानी सीजन 4 Sony Live पर. This November is a do-or-die November. Witness the final shot for Ronaldo, chasing his last World Cup dream.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
Must-win clashes for the biggest nations. Will they make or break? And Europe's best fight for survival as the Champions League reaches its halfway stage.
B is done and dusted. The Shaheens have a perfect record. India A has joined them in the semis following their victory against Oman. The Group A is a different story altogether. Mathematically, all four teams still remain in the reckoning to make it to the Final Four. And it goes without saying that it boils down to the games in store today. For two teams, today will be the swan song. For the other two, they will sing the song of victory. The final day of the group stage starts off with the defending champions Afghanistan A taking on Hong Kong China in this high-stakes encounter on a bright and sunny afternoon at the West End Park International Cricket Stadium. Get ready for a cracker of a contest. Yes, it is the last day of the group stage in the DP World Asia Cup Rising Stars 2025. For Afghanistan A, they must be smarting after that heavy loss last time around, but there is still hope. Same is the case for Hong Kong China. Because take a look at this. Bangladesh A, yes, they won too and have 4 points to their name, but they face off against Sri Lanka A. Afghanistan A would be hoping that in that match, Bangladesh A end up winning. Afghanistan A would have to defeat Hong Kong China. But Hong Kong China also, even though their net run rate is as negative as it can get, mathematically, there is a possibility for them to qualify as well if Bangladesh A beats Sri Lanka A and gets 6 points to their name. Optimism for sure, but still possible. Group B, different story altogether. The Shaheens have showcased their might from minute 1 till the end in the group stage. A positive net run rate, a perfect record, and India A eventually coming up trumps last night. Well, Parvez Maharouf was there with the captains, Darvish Rasooli and Yasin Murtaza of Afghanistan A and Hong Kong China respectively. Yasin Murtaza won the toss and he chose to field first. Following that heavy loss against Bangladesh A, 4 changes for Afghanistan A as Ramulana Zadran, Faridun Davudzai, Mohammad Isaaq and Zubayd Akbari come into the lineup. Out go Ijaz Ahmed, Abdullah Ahmadzai, Nurul Rahman and Kharote. 2 changes for Hong Kong China in the bowling department as Atiq Iqbal and Nasrullah Rana have been left out, and in come Mohammad Wahid and Hassan Khan. As the teams walk out on the final day of the group stage, not only are 2 points on the line, but the possibility of heading into the Final Four. Today's on-field umpires are Zulfikar Jan from Pakistan and Rahul Asher from Oman. In the TV umpire booth would be Virender Sharma from India, fascinatingly greeted and met here as the windy afternoon that is there in Doha is already having some effect. Our match referee is from Sri Lanka, Mr. Pradeep Jayaprakash.
Ladies and gents, may I kindly request everyone in the stadium to stand up, if able, for the national anthems of Afghanistan and Hong Kong, China.
so you better screw your cap tightly onto your head, else you lose it like the umpires, because 30 kilometers per hour is the wind speed. Not very humid, but it is 31 degrees. How will the pitch behave? Well, Salman Butt has all the answers.
It's bright, it's windy here in Doha as Hong Kong, China take off on Afghanistan. And it's the last day of league stay where qualifications would come into play. And the pitch that we are using is the same one that was used yesterday. So the pitches definitely are now going towards the drier side. And as a result, the influence of the spinners is growing. They have bowled wicket to wicket, they've got wickets. So for the batters to succeed, they need to take advantage of the new ball in the power play and obviously play spin better.
Yeah, it's the same wicket as yesterday. There is enough for the batters, but if you bowl in the tight areas, right areas, expect the spinners to get some perches. Fidai has been biting his fingernails in nervousness because of this clash. 4 changes for the Afghanistan A side.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those changes are the forced change. Abdullah Ahmad Zai out because of an injury. In his place, Faraidun Dawood Zai, a good prospect for the Afghanistan cricket. Mohammad Ishaq has been brought back, believing in the experience that he brings along. Rahmanullah Sadran, a good middle order batter, and they need some stability in the middle order as the two openers come out in the middle.
It is a high-stakes encounter. 78 all out last time around for Fidai. And then put into bat again. Do you expect a change in approach? Because we know that dot balls was the bane for the Afghanistani innings last time around.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they know where they have made a lot of mistakes in the previous match, and that was, as you rightly called it, you see a beautiful view there, and the strike rotation. Imran Mir comes with some reputation to take on the bowlers early on. Has got 250s to his name with the unbeaten 85. And his partner, all eyes will be on in this contest, has been brought back into the side. He's the 4th change that the Afghanistan A side have made, and that is Zubaid Akbari with a strike rate of 121 and 650s to his name with the best of 83 unbeaten. He comes with a lot of experience. He was part of the previous edition where Afghanistan A ended up winning the title for the first time of the Emerging Cup. This time around, the rising star DP World Asia Cup 2025.
Yeah, Zubaid Akbari was there in the first match against Sri Lanka. A didn't get a look in last time around, but this is a change that Hong Kong, China have made. 2 bowlers out, 2 bowlers in. No Nasrullah Rana, no Atiq Iqbal. That's why Waheed has been given the new ball. In this must-win encounter, it is Hong Kong, China that won the toss and chose to field. This is definitely the swan song of one, if not two, of these teams. Right away, you can see a hint of swing. It is really windy.
Yeah, well, it is windy, and if you look at it from the Afghanistan A perspective, they will say that at least the wind might just play in our favor. It is, if the bowlers are bowling against the wind, they might just have to put in a little extra effort, and that might just play towards Afghanistan. Other than that, I believe any side winning the toss would certainly go for bowling first, as we've seen throughout this tournament.
A little foolish, and first runs for Imran Mir and Afghanistan A. It's a wonderful boundary that goes along the carpet.
Yeah, well, Afghanistan A need a confident start. And once again, Imran Mir opens his account with a boundary. This was bowled full, and easy picking that for Imran Mir.
Just pick the gap. There is a huge gap between deep square leg and mid-on. Can't afford to stray towards leg side. Easy single.
Yeah, straight away we talked about what Afghanistan A did not do right in the previous match against Bangladesh. This time around, a quick run taken. Important thing from the batting perspective is the rotation of strike.
Yeah, 6-3 field being deployed. Huge gap. huge gap between deep square leg and mid-on. Mohammad Waheed strays or goes straight. Zubayd can absolutely take advantage. The other fielder in the deep is that third man. Into the field. Nicely done. Off the mark. Zubayd as well.
Good thing is for the Afghanistan A, they open the account. Rahul Ashir, on-field umpire. And alongside him is the square leg umpire, Zulfiqar Jan from Pakistan, Ashir from Oman, accompanying Zulfiqar Jan from Pakistan in this very important contest for Afghanistan A and Hong Kong, China.
One has to say, Waheed has found the right line. That one delivery was tough. This is Zulfiqar Jan, of course. As of right now, taking up the duties at square leg, will be officiating from the new industrial end at the Western Park International Cricket Stadium. Technically speaking, Hong Kong, China do have a chance to qualify as well. Yes, their net run rate is minus 4 point something something. This is the case with Bangladesh A, having a positive run rate of the same. Sadiq Al-Atal in the previous match, his record of back-to-back 50s was broken. At the end of the first, it is 7 without loss. Bring out your calculators, ladies and gentlemen, because there is a possibility for all 4 teams to qualify. Bangladesh A are in prime position. They have 4 points to their name. Sri Lanka A need to defeat them in the next encounter to keep hope. But if Afghanistan A beat Hong Kong, China and beat them heavily, and even if Sri Lanka A then beat Bangladesh A, it boils down to net run rate. Interestingly enough, though, if Bangladesh A win and get 6 points, oh, what a delivery to start off with. Hassan Khan laying down on marker. His first match in this tournament, getting a look in.
Yeah, look at that. Straight away. Cuts him into half. Good delivery. And that's what should motivate Hong Kong, China with the decision of having decided to bowl first.
Hoiked for a maximum. Imran Mir showcasing his intent.
Well, you cannot bowl into his arc. He is a powerful hitter, Imran Mir. And hits the first 6 of Afghanistan's innings. And that is a mighty blow. Confident start for Imran Mir. Confident start for Afghanistan A. Problem with Hong Kong, China A is among all the other teams, they've only taken 5 wickets in the last 2 encounters. The least, I believe, compared to the others.
Cut away. It was short and wide, and it was punished.
I think it was artwork, wasn't that? Beautifully cut, width on offer, bold shot, and Imran Mir was up for the task. Wanted to put a slower one, rolled his finger on that, but the power Imran Mir generated sent it in no time to the boundary. 1 bounce for 10 runs of the first 3 deliveries. Afghanistan A on the roll.
Not the best start for the 25-year-old who's come in today. As Imran tries to go big once more, completely misses. Yeah, but this is the start you would need if you look at it from an Afghanistan A perspective.
Absolutely, they need a confident start. Remember, they need a win, and then they will leave things into the contest between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka.
Vidai, they don't need to win only, they need to win really big because they find themselves in a negative net run rate. If you want fortune into your own hands, you have to completely demolish the Hong Kong China side today.
Look, net run rate is one thing, but first getting a point is another thing. So they will first want the 2 points with the win, and after that, they will leave it to the contest between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka.
Guided towards third man, who does well. Good fielding by the experienced campaigner in this tournament, Ehsan.
Yeah, well, barring that first delivery, the rest have not been to the mark and have been among runs. The first one was a wonderful delivery, but so is this fielding effort. He's just defying age, isn't he? Appreciated the sort of a start the Afghanistan A have from the dugout.
They did steal a single. Productive over. 14 off it. At the end of 2 is 21 without loss. Yeah, there is no doubt that the runs have dried up as the days have gone on, and it's not surprising because it's the same tracks that have been used day in, day out. The curators probably haven't gotten enough opportunity to freshen things up. Might be a different story before the semi-finals, though. But wonderful job. One has to give them credit. 2 matches in 1 day, not an easy feat.
Yeah, we've seen that the run flow has actually decreased significantly from 846 on 1 day, and that is the wicket. We had Salman Butt telling us a bit about it, but say that there will be something for the spinners on that. So it won't be an easy track. This was the same wicket that was used yesterday.
The same wicket on which UAE were bundled out for a mere 60. And then after that, very close contest between India A and Oman, one has to say.
Yeah, an aggregate of 393 runs were scored on that. There's a shout, there's a shout. I think there was an inside edge.
Rahul Asha, just a wry smile etched on his face. Waheed asking questions, was it drifting?
You know, we talk about how the run flow has significantly understanding what a great work the curators are doing, making sure that the wickets are ready for the game day after another. If you look at Hong Kong, China and see their effort with the ball hasn't been impressive enough. They haven't been able to take a lot of wickets. Only 5 in the last 2 matches. And already Afghanistan have got a good solid start, partnership of 22. Can they get wickets?
This is the issue. You cannot bowl there to Imran Mir, who is looking in really good nick today.
Yeah, well, this will not help the cause. You're only gifting it to Imran Mir, bowling it to his pads down the leg side. What Imran Mir does is just throw his bat at it and send it off for the boundary. Not to forget, against Bangladesh, he got out towards the fine leg, but that was a better delivery, pitch short, and just kind of set him up, who played it into the hands of the field there at the fine leg region.
Bowled him! That's how you respond. That's how you outfox someone who's looking to make a mark. And this is Waheed's first T20 wicket.
Well, the key is bowling wicket to wicket. Previous delivery was wicket. Gotta have to make the long walk back 20 for him. Gotta have to make the long walk back 20 for him. Afghanistan A lose their first 26 for 1.
who has experience to boot, Fidai, and the hope for the Afghanistan A team.
I think he is the solitary hope, the way we have seen how he has handled things, and every time he scored, Afghanistan A have ended up winning.
Starts off with a cut, starts off with a boundary, starts off with wonderful timing.
Well, Waheed misses the consistency in the line and link this time around to Siddiqul Atal. And you understand, a left hand, right hand kind of can confuse the line of a bowler. This time around, with an offer to the class of Siddiqul Atal, who says, thank you very much, let me strike at 400, smash the first ball to the boundary for 4. A lot depends on Siddiqul Atal, comes with a lot of experience. He's made debut for the national side in all 3 formats. And in the emerging, if Atal plays a big innings, Afghanistan can have a good chance to qualify.
Yeah, lost out in the previous encounter against Bangladesh. The breeze is causing problems with the side screen. Beat the bat at the end of 3. It's 30 for 1. Yeah, 30 for 1 right now as we speak for Afghanistan A. A good start considering the circumstances. But our statistician by our right, Kamran, has pointed out already that if things were to remain the same, if this is the situation, Afghanistan A need to defeat Hong Kong, China by just 130 runs. Just.
Yeah, and I think this is good. This is the wicket that fell early on. Hong Kong, China need these. Gotta have to take wicket if they need to put Afghanistan on the back foot, because remember, you mathematically said that Afghanistan A and Hong Kong, China both mathematically still have a chance. But I think you confused everyone so much, including me, that we needed to hear that margin of the runs that Afghanistan could qualify going past in the net run rate if they have to win.
That a wide? Yes, it is. So back to the run-up for Hassan. Yeah, as mentioned, plenty of permutations and combinations based on mathematics. Bangladesh A, should they defeat Sri Lanka A, they qualify with a perfect record, just like the Shaheens. Sri Lanka A need to defeat Bangladesh A, and it boils down to net run rate, especially if Afghanistan A heavily defeat Hong Kong, China. And then, if Hong Kong, China beat Afghanistan A and Bangladesh A defeat Sri Lanka A, then it will be amazing to see, because all 3 teams will be on 2 points, and Bangladesh A, of course, will be the automatic qualifiers. Then it's just about NRR, isn't it?
I like it. NRR looks very fancy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually exciting, because this is considered the group of death anyway in this tournament, and it's lived up to the billing. Hassan needs to sort his line out, 2 wides back to back. One of those rare finds, or one of those rare occasions where you say, from a Hong Kong China perspective, the player's not been born in Hong Kong, China, or in Pakistan, or in India, or any part of the subcontinent, was born in Texas.
All right, so we enjoy the same time zone.
So probably he also thinks today is evening right now, isn't it? Just like you.
It is morning.
It's the afternoon for Dai.
You know, decoding the time zones is one of the toughest things. Sometimes traveling from one place to another, and then you miss your meetings and all the things because the time zone has just been different.
Well, the time is ripe right now for Afghanistani to pile on the pressure. Two inexperienced bowlers bowling in the power play. They have exploited those conditions so far. Edge! Did it carry? Indeed. As Hong Kong China celebrate, Zubaid Akbari stays his ground. Perhaps it's going to go up. Oh, they're not going up. Just a consultation on field with the square leg umpire, and that's what Sadiqullah Atal is asking. The vice captain is asking the umpires, why aren't you going up to check it?
Yeah, because Zubaid Akbari thinks that maybe this has not carried, but if he's out, he just has not been able to still manage to get a big innings. But they're still there asking that question.
Plenty of debate. Zubaid is refusing to walk as we speak. Trying to force the issue, but the signal has been given. The finger has been raised already.
Yeah, well, I don't think if you can just argue with the umpires so long. And in the spirit of the game, you always have to respect the decision from the umpire. And not always that is in your favor. As a batter, especially when you get out, you never want to go out. You need to be dragged out.
Yeah, Zubaid Akbari hasn't had the best of form recently. Got out for 5 in that solitary match that he's played at the start, and now he's refusing to walk. As the captain is probably going to call him back now.
Yeah, the debate is if there is technology available, why not make use of it?
Yeah, they're talking to the reserve umpire Hemanta Bateju to try and clarify the situation, but I agree, if there is technology available, you can refer to it. But if it hasn't been referred, then you may as well walk because you've been given out. 5, he scored of 7 deliveries. Afghanistan A, 32 for 2. The captain's promoted himself up the order. And he gets a sweet gift at the start to get off the mark. Full toss. This was what transpired in the previous delivery as Zubaid walked eventually.
What matters is Hassan has got his debut wicket. There was a healthy edge. And Zubaid thinks that this is pitch before entering into the gloves, but the umpire on field says, no, it is out. And that was the discussion going on in between. In the process, Hassan gets his maiden T20 wicket.
Atal trying to take on the field. little slow today. Doesn't go to the boundary. Disappointed Sadiq ul Atal.
Yeah, well, Zubayd Akbari does not look happy. And let's just once again have a look at that, how good of an angle we can get. It is an edge. I think it bounces before the gloves, doesn't it? To my eyes, I think it's just bounced before his gloves.
Either or. Well, it was controversial, but it was successful this over. At the end of 4, 34 for 2. So 2 wickets in 2 overs, and suddenly that good start that Afghanistan A had has had a little bit of a tumble.
Yeah, especially the last wicket. I just do not understand, if there is technology at your disposal, why would you not want to refer that? And make sure that you use that, because this is a big game for Afghanistan A, and so is for Hong Kong China. Remember, Afghanistan A need to first register a win against Hong Kong China, and then win by a big margin if they have to go past in the net run rate against China. But in comes the most experienced Ehsan Khan out in the middle. 135 wickets to him, with the 5-3 wicket haul for the best of 4 for 5.
A lot is dependent upon these two for the defending champions. Experience to boot, Darvish Rasuli and Sadiq ul Atal. Here's a look once more. Feels like it did take a bump. Very close call.
You know, we've seen in this tournament Darvish Rasuli with a lot of experience. Whoa, how that missed the wicket. Do not understand, because the ball has been keeping a little low. We've seen that the TV umpire has been on the hot pan. This time around, they decided not to even refer it to the TV umpire. Let's just make things easier.
Yeah, but then what's done is done. Focus and concentration for Darvish Rasuli and Sadiq ul Atal is the order of the day as we speak.
Yeah, you said it. These two are the crucial two batters for the Afghanistan A. These two understand the art of building the partnership, rotating the strike, and it's the order of the day. A solid start, and now on the back of 2 breakthrough. Onkai making a way back in the air, just falls short of the fielder. Not reading it, Darvish Rasuli, and the boundaries have dried. 12 deliveries since the boundary was hit, and this is inside the power play. Remember, there's field restrictions, only 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle, and it takes him 2 overs and haven't hit a single boundary. Pressure's been built.
Side mix-up, sent back Sadiq ul Atal. Just 1 off the over at the end of 5. Afghanistan A 35 for 2.
Ideal starts for Hong Kong China after winning the toss, bowling first, and Imran Zubayd packing the opening batsman. Shot. Oh, that's pure class. pull down the leg side, and Siddiqul Atal says thank you very much and pumps it over long on for a 6.
He is a brilliant batter. He doesn't let any opportunity go. He's got the capability of hitting good balls to the boundary as well, but this was on his legs, and he's brilliant there. That sound off the bat said it all.
4 boundaries and 2 sixes so far. Plenty of drama so far in this game with the caught behind of the left-handed Zubaid Akbari. Siddiqul Atal is certainly a player in the last couple of years have come a long way. Perfect pulls and cuts. Yeah, he's tall, he's upright. Speed timer, 100%. Great runner between wickets. I think that comes from Ibrahim Zadran and Ramullah Gurbaz playing in the national side. Those two guys set an example for the youngsters, and Siddiqul Atal being the junior, batting at number 3 for the ODI side, certainly have taken a leaf out of those two guys.
It's very important when you come into the team, how quickly you learn from your seniors.
In the slot. Certainly on Hassan Khan, Maninder. Saw him bowling in the warm-ups in the last couple of games, and I was just waiting till he gets an opportunity. He's not the most ideal surface to bowl as a quick bowler, but one thing for sure, this guy got everything to be a good fast bowler. Broad shoulders, good strong body, hits the deck hard. When the conditions are right, bit of grass, bit of bounce, bit of movement, this guy will be a handful going forward, I'm pretty sure.
He is very rhythmic, there is no doubt about it. And a bowler, you can gauge a bowler from the run-up he has. And if you look at his run-up, it's so beautiful. He's so balanced and accelerates at the right time when he's approaching the stumps. And you rightly said, he's got broad shoulders. He's a strong lad.
You were spot on when you said about the run-up. Every fast bowler would like to have a nice smooth run-up, nice build-up. Runs from more than 30-yard circle. That's something that we don't see much in modern day. But this guy, yeah, I like him a lot. Real good work ethic, speaking to the Hong Kong China coach Kaushal Silva, the bowling coach Mario Velvarayan. They both said Hassan Khan just wants to keep bowling and very strong.
Yeah, when we talk about his run-up, loads beautifully, and then the whole body behind the ball. Just that head can be a little more balanced, and that'll happen with experience in time.
Outside edge and taken. Short third man in place, and Siddiqul Atal, the prize wicket of Afghanistan. The coaching stand cannot believe it. And Hong Kong China in the power play, they have dismissed 3 batters.
Yeah, Furweez, are you surprised we were praising the bowler and he gets a wicket? Because normally, commentators curse. If you praise a bowler, it generally goes for a boundary, but what a beautiful delivery that was. Nowhere in position to play that stroke, Atal. Had to pay the price. Second wicket for the bowler. And look at that happiness. Look at that celebration. He should be happy. You get an opportunity and you leave a mark by getting wickets. If you're a bowler, Atal gone for 13. 43 for 3 now, Afghanistan A.
Power play clearly belongs to Hong Kong China. 19 dot deliveries, most importantly, 3 wickets lost. I thought the last dismissal of Siddiqul Atal, that was a needless shot. Last ball of the power play, 2 wickets fallen already. Why would you take the risk? That's a question to be asked. Ready for the confirmation. End of the power play. Looks like skipper Yasim Murtaza will come into the attack. Yes, sir, we can see you. You may signal. Yes, finally. Confirmation. Our play is done and dusted and clearly belongs to Hong Kong, China. Here comes Yasim Murtaza, the left-arm spinner. Oh, bowling is slower. Asking the batter to make his own pace.
Yeah, we've seen spinners bowling pretty flat, pretty quick through the air. And Parvez wasn't very impressed with the shot that was played by Atal. That was a slow delivery, that off-spin slower delivery. The ball did turn a little gripped from the surface, intelligently bowled as well. And for Atal, I feel must be thinking that they have to win with a big margin to get to the number 2 position, and probably that's why trying to accelerate.
I think the first and foremost, the idea should be to just win, rather than worrying about too much about the net run rate. Big game against Sri Lanka, Bangladesh is a different story. Full marks to Hong Kong, China as well. They bought in the 2 quicks, Mohammad Waheed and Hassan Khan. Before this game, they only played 2 games each. In a must-win game, they gave the opportunity to the youngsters. I think they have delivered with great effect. Waheed 1 wicket, Hassan Khan 2 wickets, and most importantly, the first time in this competition I saw some aggression up top with the new ball by Hong Kong, China.
Yeah, and when you're talking about these 2 fast bowlers, perfect example of people sitting on the bench waiting for their opportunity, and when they get the opportunity, they don't want to let it go. And this is what we've seen. That is the way Atal got out, and look at that disappointment in the Afghanistan camp.
Before this game, 2 games were played by Hong Kong, China. Only 5 wickets they've taken. And already in 6.5 overs, 3 wickets and 3 big wickets. Still, the skipper, Rasuli, is at the crease, and his natural instincts to be aggressive. But the situation demands a different story. That's why he has faced 13 deliveries. Make it 14 deliveries just for 3 runs. Good over by Murtaza. 45 for 3. Last game of the group stages of the DP World Asia Cup Rising Stars comprises Sri Lanka A, Bangladesh A. Bangladesh A, unbeaten side, playing some excellent cricket. Sri Lanka A lost the first game. Edge for a single. And just on Sri Lanka A side, Maninder got confirmed news that Vijay Kant, VS Kant was very effective in the first 2 games, have been called up to the national side. So has travelled to Islamabad, so he'll be a massive miss.
Ijaz Khan, 114 wickets to his name in 119 games that he's played in T20 cricket. Gets wickets. He's a wicket-taking bowler, and that is what Hong Kong, China need at the minute to put pressure on Afghanistan. That will be called a wide.
Hint of movement away for Aizaz. That'll probably encourage him. Sri Lankan squad. VS Kant will be a massive miss. Pramod Madhushan, who was in Islamabad with the national side for the 3 ODIs against Pakistan, has flown in. So he'll be option to play, but it's a contrast difference. A leg spinner to a fast bowler. So a leg spin in the middle overs money. Is your wicket take, and Sri Lanka will miss him. Should be just a single.
Yeah, and he bowls to get wickets. That's the most important thing. Having a spinner in the side is a different thing, but somebody who bowls with a positive frame of mind in this kind of a format as well, and there is help from the surfaces as well. The ball does stick onto the surface, so he did well. But that's a perfect example. You've given a chance to play for your A team. You do well, you get to the national side.
The news we are hearing is that Vanidu Hasaranga is nursing a slight niggle. So the backup plan is Vijay Kant, who yet to make his debut. I think any cricketer, when they are in form, that's where you give him the opportunity. So I just hope in the tri-series up in Rawalpindi, the young man will get a go. Slow delivery, the last one for Maizaz.
Yeah, this is a surface where we've seen the seam bowlers using a lot of those slower deliveries. The ball doesn't come onto the bat. It's not very easy to play strokes on this surface, especially when the faster bowlers running from a distance bowling those slower deliveries.
Wicket keeper up now. Aizaz Khan can surprise with you some pace, especially the skiddy, the low trajectory delivery. And I think this is a good move. Wicket keeper up to the stumps will get Rasuli to stay in his crease rather than come out of the crease.
Last 30 balls, only 23 runs and 2 wickets. Credit to the bowlers, the way they bowled. Hong Kong, China would be happy winning the toss, electing to field first.
Generally, Hong Kong, China, they love to bat first. Bat without any pressure, just free mind. With that single brings up the 50 for Afghanistan in 7.5 overs. But certainly, they understand they got to chase because they're also having a slight eye towards the qualification. In Afghanistan, the skipper Darvish Rasuli told me that he would have also bowled first. Specifically, I think to know what you're chasing. That's the only thing I can think of. Because this service was used in 2 games yesterday. Was it outside edge? Don't think so. Don't think so. Dot delivery to end the 8th over. 50 for 3. Oh, extra cover. Keeper cover does the fielding. That's good fielding. A slip. Oh, direct hit would have been a close one. Oh, all happening. Look at the tension in the dugout of Afghanistan.
Wanted the 2 there. There was a possibility, if they had run the first one hard, there was a possibility of getting 2 runs. Shot played over, extra cover, didn't time it too well. That's why I didn't get the boundary. Ooh, mix up there. 1, 2, 3. And he made his ground.
Deep side deployed. Should be just a single. Darvish Rasuli, as I said before, Mani, naturally aggressive, likes to get on with things, but he has to play a captain's knock here, be responsible, and so far it's been slow going for him. 18 deliveries for 6, but he can catch up later on. That sort of a surface, it'll take a little while for you to get used to the pace and the conditions, but certainly we saw yesterday how the Shines and India ace side played on this, so that's a leaf that Rasuli can take it to his game, be there at least till about the 16th, 17th over. Be the responsible batter.
Murtaza is bowling slower through the air. As you mentioned earlier, telling the batters Try and hit him hard. Look at that one. That was the run out possibility. Slipped there too. Did well. Swam across.
And the last bit is almost like training like an army commando. Diving for his crease. Desperation showed. Well done, Ramanullah. Beautifully bowled. Beautifully bowled. A left-armer's delight. Turn, bounce and drift, Maninder Singh.
Yeah, and he goes away from the stumps when he's bowling. That is why that ball comes into the batter and then turns away. So he gets that drift because look at him where he bowls from.
Turn again. Two excellent deliveries to finish off the 9th over. 54 for 3. It's slow going so far for Afghanistan. 6 runs per over being maintained. Oh, fancy. Mighty effective though. Well done. Third man in the circle. And Zadran scoops it over.
Trying to disturb the rhythm of the bowler. Ball slower. He was ready for that shot before the ball was delivered. Oh, it does disturb the bowlers though, if a batter starts playing strokes like that.
Slow ball this time, especially when a batsman tries to be aggressive in the first couple of deliveries in an over and gets a boundary away or a 6 away, that puts the bowler automatically on the defensive side or the negative side. So that's what good batters around the world, they target the bowler early on in the over.
Yeah, but on this kind of a surface, the bowler has to think that there's some help in the surface. So it's easier for the bowlers. We've seen that happen in so many games in this tournament. The bowlers coming back strongly because there is something for them in the surface.
Away for a single towards Squalid. That Aiza has got to be a little careful bowling the line of midland leg stump with the fine leg in the circle.
Look at the projected scores. If they carry on scoring the way they are, they'll get to 126. 10 runs and over from here, 165.
This kind of a surface, Bunny, I think even 150 is definitely defendable later on. Pitch is not skidding on as it was yesterday, just holding on. The stern for the spinners on offer. Average first innings in this tournament has been 157. I think if Afghanistan can muster close to 150, they certainly fancy their chances.
I think 150 will be a very good total on the surface. Somewhere down the line, I feel Rasuli now, he has to put his foot on the pedal. He's been there for 22 deliveries and he's batting only on 8.
Do have some hitters in the late order of Afghanistan. Qais Ahmed, for sure. If he gets going, he can tonk the ball. Davish Rasuli, if he stays in as well. At the moment, he's just taking his time, understanding the role that he has to play as a captain. On the leg side, unlucky Darvish Rasuli. If he had cut some part of the bat with fine leg in the circle, would have been a boundary.
Yeah, but he's batting with that frame of mind that he's got to stay at the wicket. If you're in a positive frame of mind, you would take advantage of deliveries like that. These kind of deliveries need to be sent to the boundary. They'll have to accelerate now.
Comes on the track and slogs it. finds the fielder at deep mid-wicket. It's a slower delivery ball by Aizaz, just stopped on the batter. And Rasuli was looking for a big shot, finally goes for one, but unfortunately holds to the mid-wicket fielder Anshuman Rath. A slower delivery. Darvish Rasuli, we just spoke about him, at least batting till about the 16th, 17th over. Unfortunately, trying to up the net run, the run rate. Picks up the slow delivery, wet with the turn, but absolutely lack of pace. Anshuman Rath, safe as houses. He takes a good one. Darvish Rasuli, the skipper, walks back after scoring 8. Afghanistan A 62 for 4. It's also time for a drinks break.
रानी ये नहीं जानती कि उसे खतरा बाहर से कम भीतर से ज्यादा है।
बिहार के सबसे युवा सीएम बनेंगे आप।
हमारे जीते जी जय बिहार का सीएम नहीं बन सकता।
और मैं हूं आपका अश्विन कुमार साइनिंग ऑफ।
think he missed out on that occasion. Zadran, with fine leg up inside the circle, should have been put away. Still, he'll get a wide though.
One run, better than none. This game hanging by a thread. The final showdown between Afghanistan A and Hong Kong China. You see there's a gentle breeze blowing around the ground. Tucked away for a single.
You know what I like about how Rahmanullah Zadran among the other batters from Afghanistan A are batting is he's striking above 100, meaning making sure that he keeps rotating the strike. And he's very active as for his footwork at the crease is concerned. Tells you about the batter's confidence and tells you that he's trying to manufacture certain shots. We've already seen some of the innovative shots of his bat.
Nicely played. Finds the gap, going for the second. You get it quite comfortably in the end. He was among the 4th highest run getter during the Ghazi Amanullah Khan Regional One-Day Tournament, scoring 300 runs back in 2023.
About this game once again, it's hanging by a thread for the final showdown between these two sides. Last 30 balls, 26 runs have come with an accumulation of 1 wicket as well. Tucked away once again. Running the first one hard, he'll be looking for the second. Running at the rate of knots. As I see, the wind is picking up. It's quite strong now.
Well, Afghanistan A needs some intent, Fidai. We are already into the 12th over, 72 for 4. It's now or never for them.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But again, I would rather look at it this way. Play there until the 15th over. Do not lose another wicket. And then see if you give yourself a chance in the last 5 overs to accelerate.
But the Hong Kong China bowlers should also get some credit. They bowled really well.
Yeah, you gotta have to give it to them. Last 2 matches, they only took 5 wickets, and this time around into the 12th over in a very crucial match from their perspective as well. They've already gotten 4 crucial wickets of the Afghanistan A side.
Yeah, when belief is bigger than reputation, the scoreboard listens.
And there we are, once again from Mazhar.
Down the leg, fine leg inside the circle. Easy picking for Zadran.
Yeah, that'll certainly make it to the highlight reel. It was wrong line down the leg side, and all he had to do on that occasion was help it on its way. Thank you very much, he says. And this is the first boundary after 15 deliveries. Tells you how well the Hong Kong China bowlers have applied the brakes to the scoring in this game so far.
Wicketkeeper comes up now.
Yeah, we have a professor in cricket, Hafiz, right? I think we have a professor here at the comm box with us. Professor Mazhar with some wonderful quotes that we have the honor to hear.
Dot ball to finish the over. Not a bad one for Afghanistan, eh? After 12, they are 76 for 4. Defending champions Afghanistan A is looking to make an impact and making sure they go on to reach the semi-finals. India A winning the inaugural edition back in 2013, Sri Lanka A winning the next two, 2017 and 18, and Pakistan Shaheen also winning the next two edition of this ACC emerging teams, now the Rising Stars Asia Cup.
Yeah, it's
A little strange to see Bangladesh not there, but this time around their side look very strong, good discipline in the bowling, good attacking batting. You think this time around it's their chance?
Plays that reverse well. Yeah, it's a good side, Bangladesh, playing good cricket so far in the tournament. They've got that balance of youth and experience, and someone like Akbar Ali leading the side from the front.
Brooks Square once again on the back foot, and has he found the gap? No, he's found the fielder instead. But the idea seems to be pretty clear from these two batters, Radran and Ishaq, trying those unconventional shots, playing the sweeps and the reverse slaps as well, trying to put the bowlers off their guard.
Among all these, Yasim Murtaza sneaking in, bowling his fourth over, just conceded 13.
A brilliant bowling, but just about Akbar Ali, the skipper of the Bangladesh A side. He's the one who won them the under-19 title. So certainly come with a lot of good reputation. Again, shuffling across. I like that. You got to be a little proactive at the crease, isn't it? They're pushing for the second, and they will make it. They are very quick between the wicket. Ishaq and Zadran.
They can't afford to just sit on their laurels and continue playing conventional shots. They have to do something out of the box, and that's what they're doing. Once again, you see another sweep being played. 6 fours and 2 maximum so far in this innings, and the last ball of the over played away for a single. Afghanistan A will finish on 82 for the loss of 4.
After 13. After 13. Not Naimul. After 13. I referred to it like when I was speaking. Give us another quote.
I will. Let's see. Keep waiting.
All our quotes are hanging in the cupboard. Only his are present.
These are like fireballs streaking through the night.
5, 4.
With the sting in the tail as well.
The glory is in the sight.
We have the last Group A match. Sri Lanka A taking on Bangladesh A. It's going to be a crucial encounter in the context of the entire group, Fidai. You can watch live that match, 5:30 p.m. local time, 8:30 Bangladesh time. Ho ho! Innovation. Not the best of timing though, but the intentions were right.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, you see what they're trying to do here. There's no fine leg or third man in place, trying that reverse slap. Couldn't quite get it at the meat of the bat. And for a moment, that fielder there running back, he would have fancied his chances. He was in the game, but luckily for Afghanistan, that didn't land in his hands.
Nicely bowled. Bang on target. Outstanding Yorker to Andan Zadran.
That's a brilliant delivery, understanding how he has been trying to create a room and do some innovation shots. The best way is to go for the Yorker. And that Yorker has undone Rahmanullah Zadran, whose brilliant innings of 24 finally comes to an end. And just sneaks underneath his bat, and that is a brilliant delivery to see the back of Rahmanullah Zadran, who looked really good for his well-made 24 Afghanistan A or 84 for 5. In the context bol raha tha dada. Sorry. Good. Yeah. Gotcha. Good one. Yeah. Thank you. ऐसी सीखी. ऐसी सीखेंगे ना. Thank you.
Farmanullah Safi, the new man in for Afghanistan A, as Wahid pulled an outstanding Yorker to Andan Zadran with a best of 72, not out, 350s, a strike rate of 125. Farmanullah Safi will be looking to add some quick runs here for Afghanistan A. We are approaching the business end of this innings, but Hong Kong, China is looking good. They're eyeing that block hole. Safi gets off the mark, will get a couple.
Yeah, just talking about that wicket once again, it was full and straight as we look at the replay, and he was trying to go for a single. You can see that him opening the face of the bat there and perishing in the cause, a bit of a shimmy down the track, looking to improvise once again, but not getting his bat down on time. Beautiful delivery, cut him in half on that occasion, using the angle and a bit of movement off the pitch as well.
Yeah, the thing is, Fidai, two batters scored 20-odd runs, and just the moment when Afghanistan A needed them the most, they were out. And once again, two new batters in the middle all of a sudden. It's never easy for them to go after immediately. And nicely bowled.
Yeah, well, the batting has not been as convincing, to put it that way. Getting bowled out against Bangladesh for only 78, 79, and then once again against Hong Kong, China. Look at the follow wicket. At once, they had a good start, 26 for 1, and since then, at 32, 43, 62, 84, the continuous fall of wicket is hurting Afghanistan, as you rightly indicated.
Yeah, they need that sensible approach. And from here on, they need to eye what should be a good total on the board. And as you mentioned previously, we'll talk about it later. After 14, Afghanistan A, 88 for 5.
Right, so if Afghanistan are to go at the current run rate, they'll get around 126 and to 135. That's the kind of total they will be eyeing at this stage with the kind of bowling lineup they have, given that there have been some demons in this pitch, with Hong Kong, China bowlers exploiting them fully.
Ihsan comes in, bowled really well his first over. The pressure was mounting on Afghanistan A batters, and that pressure, actually, that Suk came in first up. He was looking to score some quick runs, and then that
And he took a step forward, so actually just turned it into a Yorker for himself. So he kind of gets undone with the shimmy moving ahead. And look at that. He takes a step forward, and then he's just undone.
Yeah, thought it wasn't a delivery that he couldn't have coped with. There wasn't much swing or seam on offer, but as you said, a couple of steps down the track, yoking himself in the process. But you can understand he's perishing in the cause, wants to up the ante, wants to make sure Afghanistan can get as many runs as possible.
started in. Time since last boundary, it's been 16, now 17 balls.
Well, if you'll have to look at how Ihsan is bowled, this is the only delivery that he's bowled that could have been scored runs against, could have been hit for a boundary, but even that, because the pressure belt been missed. And what a good time to bring in Ihsan, because he's been very, very economical. And on the other end, Afghanistan A will be looking at taking him on. So he will not offer you any pace. You'll have to put a lot of force behind the shot trying to clear the boundary. The economy is outstanding. 3 runs in 2 overs.
Short ball, straight to the field. Would you believe it? End of another brilliant over from Ehsan. After 15, Afghanistan A, 90 for 5.
Only 50. Oh, Kamla, there's one for you. You're setting it black. Black shirts you're selling. I worked hard to get the t-shirts, not a single appreciation. Oh, brilliant. Thanks. What Moshin Javin couldn't do, I got it done. Plus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. 6 runs per over being maintained. Afghanistan in the last 5 overs, I think at least 7 to 8 runs per over is needed. Pitch is slightly on the slower side, certainly, but not a pitch where it should be 90 for 5 after 15. Slow ball. There's Khan just bull within himself, and he's a master of mixing his pace. The projected score at 120. I think at least 130, 140. The bare minimum. Last boundary since balls is 20. Shows this angle hole what Hong Kong China has created on this Afghanistan A side. On the leg side, just a single.
91 for 5 with a single becomes 92, but Afghanistan have been losing wickets at regular intervals, and that is what has hampered their flow of runs. Obviously this pitch is not a very high scoring one. The spinners and the bowlers who can make use of right lengths and the cutters are mighty effective. So the batters need to re-strategize, rethink of the total that they need to get in order to defend. And that is where I think sides have just delayed their progress. They haven't been able to realize that this is not a free-flowing stroke-playing sort of a wicket. As the time has gone by, there's a slight misfield that enables the batters to go through for a run. With this wind blowing and a proper sunshine, the wickets have slowed down. Remember, we've played all the games consecutive 6th day today. So the square has slowed down, and batting, as a consequence, has become a touch difficult.
Three pitches have been used so far. We've been told this pitch will be used for the very last time. In the air, long on in place, and clears him. That went with the wind. Remember, it's a windy day. With the wind, I thought for a second Azaz Khan would have picked up his second wicket. The wind took it over for a maximum.
Yeah, boundary hit after 22 deliveries. So nearly 4 overs since the last one, and this one wasn't middled. But he chose a decent direction because, as you mentioned, the wind is blowing quite fast.
Short ball, powerfully played, and very well fielded. I think the fielder was excellent running across to his left. Anshuman Rath was the field at deep mid-wicket. Took a very good catch early and saved a couple of runs here.
He does a good job, collects the ball, rolls over and recovers well. And would like to get to at least 140, and then their spinners can take it from there, because it is not easy to get to that sort of a score against quality spin bowling.
Inside edge, just a single. 12 runs from the 16th over comes to an end. 102 for 5.
This one, I will do it. It's coming up? Oh. Runs per over has certainly dropped drastically. Understandably, playing in 3 pitches, back-to-back games, it's not been easy, and it's another tester for the batters in day 6 as well. 16 overs been bowled. Ehsan Khan is excellent so far. 2 overs for 3 runs, and he's bowling his third.
Yes, sir. Both Murtaza and Ehsan, most experienced spinners, and they've combined given away only 19 runs, and this is the 7th over of spin in progress. Tells you the kind of dominance that they have, the impact they have created.
Bowling from Salvarodin, Ehsan Khan. The shorter boundaries to the leg side of the right-hander. Tell you why Yasim Murtaza is using Ehsan Khan from the Selva Road, because it is with, against the wind. From long on to deep into the wind blows through, and sometimes the ball, even though hit it sweetly, it doesn't travel. So this is good thinking by Yasim Murtaza, playing according to the situation and playing according to the conditions, making sure conditions are in their favor. That's a good shot in the gap. Ehsan Khan slightly short to Farmanullah. He smashed it and brings up the 100 as well.
Shot for the very first time and asking for trouble. The batter pulls it for 4. A welcome boundary for Afghanistan side. Yes, he had the time to pull it, open up and hit a good one through the gap at square leg.
Much better, much better. In the death over, sometimes it's better off trying to bowl fuller rather than short. Especially Farmanullah has a reputation of being a clean hitter. Going fuller is not a bad option. Full toss. Finds the field at long on.
Into the 17th over and only 10 boundaries hit so far. 7 fours and 3 sixes. So batting has not been easy, and it won't be easy further in this game, at least if the bowlers get it right. So batters need to work hard, need to pick their moments, run well between the wickets and be intelligent with the wind blowing. Select their areas.
End of the 17th, 108 for 5. Wahid and Hassan getting their first opportunity in the competition was excellent. Couple of wickets each. Izaz, the other wicket taker. Murtaza and Ehsan, the two experienced spinners, have things under control in the middle overs. Wahid especially ran in hard with the new ball, hit a good length. Certainly a talent for the future.
Talk about Afghanistan batting a little bit, and they seem to be over-reliant on Sadiqul Atal. Talk about 6 consecutive 50s, 4 not outs, carrying the team single-handedly. Just flicked in the gap. It's a good stroke. Should at least get a couple. For any team over-relying on a particular batter, life can be difficult when he gets out cheaply. And we have seen this now on the second occasion today, that without him, it's not the same batting unit. So this is something they need to look at, and other people also need to take the responsibility.
Fishy out there giving some attention. Not too sure, probably cramping up a little bit. Ishaq running the first one hard. And certainly, I think any side in the world, if you're over reliant on one player, that player fails and you certainly struggle. At least, and any team, if they play 6 batters, not all 6 batters are going to score runs on the day. So whoever gets a start is the one got to take that responsibility.
Parveez, does it also have something to do with a lot of reliance on all-rounders these days? because even if you watch the senior Afghan side, they're much more reliant on Zadran and Sadiq ul Atal to somebody of these two to play through the innings, and the other batters play around them. And it's similar case. And yes, inside edging one onto the stumps. Then another one, this time a nothing shot, basically. No feet, just the bat going. And this is the big one. Sadiq ul Atal trying to go over covers. The outside edge holding out to the third. And then this hoik towards the cow corner. And picking up the fielder over there. Karvesh Rasuli it was. And this one was a brilliant yorker.
Shot in the slot and into the stands. You miss the yorker in the death overs against Farmanullah, you pay the price. 164th maximum of the competition.
Absolutely in the slot and punished. Just have a look at this. If the batter had a genie asking him, what would you like? This is where he'll ask him to bowl. 6 valuable runs added to the Afghan total.
Wow, that was a hit and a half. That was excellently timed. Coach Navroz Mungal, he certainly will be a concerned man at the moment. What he'll be hoping is for a late flourish. 16 deliveries more, probably another 25 to 30 runs will get them to a decent score of 146. 4 sixes, 7 fours. That's drastically dropped considering the first few games had plenty of boundaries. Good comeback, very good comeback. The line has to be outside the yaw stump, and wide bit of reverse swing. Certainly bowled a very good delivery.
Yeah, the kind of field that he has, he needs to bowl outside off, and this is exactly what he's done on this occasion. And he's got a dot ball. Yeah. The batter should know that he's going to bowl this line. There is no surprises in that. But he just stood his ground.
York again, probably in that delivery, he moved across to the offside, but still the length was excellent by Wahid.
Talk about great players. Somebody like A.B. de Villiers would move to the offside and make it a full toss and play it towards those two fielders or in the ring on the leg side. But only a very few have that capability. Against this sort of pace, I think other batters also have a chance to do it.
Kaushal Silva, the head coach, hails from Sri Lanka, played a lot of test cricket. Mr. Perfect of Sri Lanka. He's our Michael Hussey. Works hard on his game, very much into fine game preparation. He believes a lot, and certainly he would have told his troops. Still, you have a chance. Hurt his leg, I think. That's smashed back. That's not the most bravest thing to do, but that's what fast bowlers do. They do not want to offer anything more. Probably the magic spray will get the job done.
Can be very sore around that ankle, and this is how it happened. Tried to just casually stop, trying to be smart with the feet. Could have gone with the hand as well.
At the moment he must be feeling it, but the real feel will have it tomorrow morning once he wakes up. Plenty of icing to be done today. The magic spray will get the job done for a certain extent. And this is the points table so far. Bangladesh A unbeaten, sitting pretty up top. Very healthy net run rate. Sri Lanka A as well. Very good net run rate. But all to play for in this group. Pakistan Shaheens and India A are through from the Group B, and Group A still a lot to play for. Big one tonight. Sri Lanka A, just fresh from beating Hong Kong, China. Led by Dunit Bellal, again winning the Fernando, the last year's skipper. And taking on Akbar Ali led Bangladesh A, who has been very good. This has been bowling, very good fielding and powerful batting, and so far unbeaten.
Laid down the ground towards long on for another single to finish off the 18th. Afghanistan are 118 for 5.
16th and 18th over, somewhat big buildings have got Afghanistan to 118 for 5. 12 deliveries remaining. Looks like Ehsan Khan will bowl the 19th, and Hassan probably will finish off from the other end. 18 deliveries, 23 runs, just under 8 runs per over. I think Afghanistan will fancy their chances in the last 2 overs, at least get 20 runs per over. Will get them to 138, 139, and try and defend 140. Short delivery. Is it in the gap? It is in the gap and goes the distance as well. Poor delivery by Ehsan Khan.
Once again short. We saw a short one in the previous over, struck to the boundary, and this time once again the length allowing the batter to get under it and go the distance. Very valuable. Yeah, he fired in a quick one, didn't get the desired length, but the batter definitely got the desired result. 6 more to the total, much needed.
Shot again, straight down the ground, and a powerfully hit a boundary. Probably the umpire will consult the third umpire upstairs, but that was powerfully played. And this occasion, Ishaq used his feet to good effect.
Intelligent batting this. The previous one was short, so he had a fair idea that he wouldn't try to drop shot again. And he went down the crease, which seems as if it's hit it on the full. The third umpire will decide.
Yeah, looks like it hits the boundary cushion on the full. Yeah, confirmation. It's not 4, it's a 6. It's back-to-back sixes of Ehsan Khan, and Ishaq turning things on. Full, nice and full. That's better.
So Farvizi has 5 men on the offside, 3 in the ring, 1 deep covers, 1, and he's bowled everything on the middle and leg, and he's allowed the batter to play it easily towards the leg side. Certainly not executing the plan.
And also, question has to be asked whether Yasir Murtaza got his calculation right. Aizaz Khan, who bowled out, is a very good death bowler, bowls a lot of slow deliveries in international cricket as well. And probably would have loved to keep one more of Aizaz and finish off Ehsan before. Because against Afghanistan, we know right-handers can be powerful. Farmullah Safi, too, the left hand is a powerful striker. Probably, or maybe, got the calculation wrong.
Yeah, spinners towards the end of innings can be dangerous for the bowling side, because the batters, yeah, this is the way the 2 sixes were struck. Once again, a foolish ball, timed well, but the fielder, Babar Hayat, makes decent ground. The overthrow allows an extra run.
With all the hard work, Babar Hayat, but the throw was wavered. In the end, gifting a single extra. Couple of sixes, couple of singles, and a 2 and got to 16. And with that couple, brings up the 50 partnership between Farmanullah and Ishaq. Timely knock. That's exactly what Afghanistan needed to get a decent score up the board to defend later on. Perfect ball, perfect delivery, right on the money. Good finish by Ehsan Khan. It's 19 overs done, 135 for 5. Certainly very good aggression shown in the last 30 deliveries. So 47 runs, just quietly getting Afghanistan to 135 for 5 with 6 balls remaining. With youngster Waheed, who bowled exceptionally well with the new ball to finish off. Beg your pardon, Hassan, who just like Waheed, was excellent. the biggest building, the last over. 17 runs of Ehsan Khan, off spinner bowling in the death overs. You're asking for trouble.
Not many sides take that sort of a risk. And it certainly didn't pay off for Hong Kong China. So into the last now. Hassan to bowl it. 2 for 26 of his 3. You would love to keep Afghanistan inside that 145 mark.
Third man, fine leg, both in the circle. So interesting to see whether the tactic is going to be Yorkers or slow balls. Slow ball. Deep square leg in place and takes it. Very good catch again by Anshuman Rad. Judges it for perfection. And Wahi, beg your pardon, Hassan picks up his third.
Pulled against the wind and also to a side that is a touch longer. Slower one bowled into the pitch. And batter, well, he had to get excellent timing and power in the stroke because it was against the wind. Not too clear. In the end, an easy catch for the fielder. Anshuman Roth taking that one. Looking pretty confident. So Afghanistan lose the wicket on the first ball. They are 135 for 6.
Checking whether the foot of Anshuman Rad touches the boundary cushion. The place where we are, we had a clear view. That looked okay for me. Front foot. Ooh, that's a close one. That's a close one. Touches the ball. Probably is there something behind the line. It's a very, very close one.
This might be more of a decision to take. The line belongs to the umpire and let's see. Not an easy one for the third umpire.
A confirmation. That's out. When the feet touches the floor, just behind the crease. Nevertheless, Ishaq, a good knock of 38, 135 for 6. In at number 8, experienced Kais Ahmed. Plenty of experience there, 183 games. Strike rate 125 and he's a Tonka. He has 5 deliveries to go after Hassan. Slow ball again. Finds the fielder at long on. I think the predominant plan for Hassan is going to be bowl slow balls into the pitch.
Importantly for Afghanistan, set Farmanullah is now on strike. He's on 21 of 15 and that's why they just took that single very comfortably, not looking for the second. And this is how the last wicket fell. It was well taken by Anshuman and nothing touching the skirtings behind.
Very impressive young man, Hassan. Playing just his third T20 game. Running hard. Good length, a couple of loose deliveries went for boundaries, but still overall he's been very impressive. Length delivery. Powerful play towards long off. Just a single. That should have been put away. That was a length delivery outside the off stump.
Babar Hayat has been running from long on to long on. Fielding seems to be one of their safe hand in the side and also tall. This also a good captaincy to have your tall fielders in the hot spots. He's done well.
Gone are the days where the youngsters have to do that job. Now the senior man puts his hands up and get the job done. Slow ball running by and misses it, the wicket keeper. That had been hit the stumps. That should have been another wicket for the Hong Kong China side. But Farmanullah did the right thing. To get the strike back, took the risk.
It's been an excellent last over so far. 2 singles and a bye, a wicket of the first ball, the important one. So just 2 balls to go through. And I think Afghanistan have a fightable score at hand already.
Yeah, I agree, Saman. A score to bowl to. Farmanullah running with the bowler and make sure he got in. Another slower delivery. Ahmad looking for the second one. Don't think there will be a second. And all 5 deliveries in this over, Salman has been the slow ball into the pitch.
That is the way to go. The pitch surface, if you look at it, it tells you the story of how it has progressed into this sort of surface where into the wicket cutters will be mighty effective, and so will be the spinners. And that is where Afghanistan have a real chance. Even with this total, their spinners have the quality to cause chaos to the opposition.
India yesterday evening when they played Oman, they chased down 135. A similar score, the very first game of today on the same pitch. Oh, missed out. That's in the right hitting length. Shy at the stumps. And Qais Ahmad, he cannot believe it. Was inside, is right in the hitting arc. He missed the Yorker. Afghanistan, they finish up in 140 for 6 in 20 overs. They'll take it. The end of the 10th over, they were in dire straits, but certainly Farmullah, Safi, Ishaq, and all these batters have made sure they get a decent score to defend later on of 140.
Qais Ahmad seems mighty disappointed not to hit a few boundaries. Excellent over by Hassan. 4 runs off the bat and a bye in the last over. So wonderfully bowled, sticking to the plan, bowling the cutters into the pitch as we spoke about them. And still you can see how disappointed Qais is. Wanted to go big, didn't get the desired connection. And not a great impact in the last over. Afghanistan 140 for 6. But with their bowling quality, with their spinners, I think on this particular pitch, it's a very fightable score.
Yeah, certainly. And on the other hand, Hong Kong, China, after winning the toss, bowling first, they'll be a happy bunch. With the effort with the ball, 5 bowlers used by Yasim Murtaza, including himself. He was really good, 4 overs, none for 16. Wahid and Hassan, the 2 youngsters, getting the first opportunity of the tournament, picking up 5 wickets among them. Ehsan Khan, the senior bowler, was good too. Overall, a very good effort from Hong Kong, China. Batting effort of Afghanistan, Imran, Sadiqul Atal both got into double figures, but just not could kick on. Zadran, 24-21, got a good one from Wahid. Ishaq, a useful 38 of 29, but Farmanullah gave the emphasis in the latter part, 23 in 17 deliveries to end on 140 for 6.
Afghanistan putting up partnerships to start with. A 26-run opening partnership was a decent one. Then had 2 quick wickets, just giving them 6 and 11. Rasuli and Zadran adding 19 as a pair. And then came Ishaq and Zadran, 22 for them. And 51 was the biggest partnership of 35, Ishaq and Farmanullah. And in the end, Gas along with Farmanullah managing 5. Hong Kong, China bowlers, well, Wasserman, they bowl well, pick up wickets, bowl the slow ones, use the pitch really well.
Let's head downstairs and join Maza.
I've got Kaushal Silva, the Hong Kong China head coach, alongside me. Kaushal, happy the way your bowlers performed?
I thought, it was a really good collective effort by all the bowlers, especially this kind of pitches. For us to restrict them for that score was a remarkable effort by the bowlers.
Tell us more about Hassan Khan, bowled really well, picking up his maiden 3-wicket haul as well.
Yeah, it's been impressive. We got him into the side. Of course, he's young, raw, and he got the pace, and he delivered us today. So fantastic effort from him.
It's a crucial encounter for you guys. Winning this game will keep your hopes alive for the semi-finals. What should be your message for the batters?
I think positive batting. It's been the hallmark of this tournament, and I believe in my batters that if we bat positively, we can easily chase this score.
Tell us more about Hong Kong China cricket and your experience being a former Sri Lankan.
Well, it's a great place to play cricket at, and the pathway setups are pretty good over there. And of course, more cricket we play, the boys going to get more experience. And the last two series was remarkable for us, especially the Asia Cup and this Rising Star as well. I hope that if they continue playing the same quality of cricket, they will grow as a team for sure.
Thank you, and cheers, all the best.
Thank you very much.
Good to hear from Mr. Cricket of Sri Lanka, the Hong Kong China coach. Right, 141 is what Hong Kong China need in their 20 overs. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the chase. Hong Kong China in the DP World Asia Cup Rising Stars 2025 in Doha, Qatar. Invited to bat first, Afghanistan A made 140 for 6 thanks to the efforts of Zadran, Ishaq, Farmanullah and Imran with 7 extras in their allotted 20 overs. Bowlers for Hong Kong China, I thought Sep Aizaz, the other 4, was excellent, especially Wahid and Hassan, the newcomers in the Hong Kong China side with the new ball was good. 5 wickets among them. 140 for 6 is what Hong Kong, China got to chase down. 141 is exactly what they need in 20 overs. And this will have a major effect in the power play. I think whoever wins the power play will have a big advantage at the end of the game. Catchers win matches, they say, and we had some stunners in the competition. Down the leg side, that went quick. Conventional leg sleeve, we don't see them much in T20 cricket. Good reflection shown. Yasir Khan diving forward from deep mid-wicket, running in. Very good commitment shown. And Irfan Khan, he's a machine, he's a freak. Take a look at this for a catch. Brilliant. Sadakat. Namandir again. Diving to his left. Must-win game. Good catch. Kept his eyes on the ball. Good balance. And when the elbows hit the ground, he made sure it did not pop up. And pick off the catches for me, Irfan Khan. As if he's plucking an apple from the tree. He picks it up. Long levers coming into good hand. Those are the catches that we think are the best 5. Standing so far, Bangladesh unbeaten. 4 points with a very good net run rate. Sri Lanka a plus 1 point throw in their 2 games. They lost the game to Afghanistan, won against Hong Kong, China. Afghanistan, they are playing Hong Kong, China at the moment. Minus net run rate, and it's a must-win game for Afghanistan to somehow stay in the competition. We've got one more game coming up later this evening. That's going to be a massive game. The unbeaten Bangladesh will be taking on Sri Lanka, led by Dunit Wellalage. Dunit Fernando was the mastermind in their last win against Hong Kong, China. Up against Bangladesh, they're doing the basics right. The bowlers are wonderful, fielders very good and committed, and the batters playing a free hand and being mighty effective. That's coming up after this game. Local time 17:30 in Doha, Qatar, 8 o'clock in India and Sri Lanka, and 8:30 in Bangladesh. That's what's coming up. Group A will be done and dusted after this game.
And so they walk out for the all-important chase. Rahul Ashar and Zulfikar Jan under the spotlight for the Western International Cricket Stadium is expectant. 140 on the board on a wicket that is considered a wee bit tricky. The spinner spinning a weave. Hong Kong, China taking more wickets in this match than they have throughout the tournament prior to this. That in itself shows you that they were prepared for this fight as well. And it prompts a huddle by Darvish Rasuli at the start of the second innings. They know what's at stake. The defending champions could be ousted in the group stage itself. Something which obviously they're not looking forward to. Keep an eye out for Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar. He could be key on a track which is assisting the spinners, and who better to give his insight than a spinner himself in Manipa.
I think it's helping the seam bowlers as well, because they've been bowling a lot of slower deliveries, because we saw Waheed and Hassan when they were bowling for Hong Kong, China. In their 8 overs, gave 61 runs and got 5 wickets. But for spinners, it's very important that they bowl a good line and length and bowl it a little slower to get that purchase.
Maninder Singh, you've played plenty of matches on surfaces like these. What is the line that you would expect and the length that you would expect the spinners to bowl to trouble those Hong Kong China batters?
See, the line basically, if it's a left arm spinner or a leg spinner, has to be middle and leg. And for the off spinners, from outside the off stump, make that gate, go through that gate of the right-handed batters when they're bowling to the left-handers, middle and leg again for the off spinners. But the most important thing is, don't try too many things, because sometimes what happens is you get these surfaces where there's help for the bowlers and you start trying too many things. These are the kind of surfaces where you just have to carry on bowling one line and length, just vary your speeds. And that will disturb the batter's concentration.
Plenty of focus will be on the likes of Anshuman Rath. Could he give Hong Kong China a good start. Plenty of experience in his T20 career. Has 100 to his name at a strike rate of 115. So far, he's yielded scores of 16 and 21 in the tournament. Would want to better that. He's come out to bat with Zishan Ali in his 69th match. Has another century to his name, a best of 101. Yet to get into double figures though in the DP World Asia Cup Rising Stars 2025, and that could be a cause for concern. Fascinating to see Bilal Sami yet again. Was imperious in the first encounter when he got that 4 for 45, which is his best in his T20 career. This, of course, his 30th match. Got only one over in the previous encounter. If you remember, Afghanistan A didn't really have many runs on the board, and they relied on their spinners to kind of creep back into the match. So the equation is simple. Hong Kong China need 141 of their stipulated 20. Afghanistan A looking to restrict them and then cling on to the hope that they can qualify. For that to happen, they need to defeat Hong Kong China by as heavy a margin as they can. And then wait for Sri Lanka A and Bangladesh A and whatever unfolds there. On the money from ball one, Bilal Sami.
He's a good bowler, there's no doubt about it. And you mentioned that 4 for 45. He was a touch expensive, but he's got that wicket-taking ability, and that is exactly what Afghanistan A bowlers will need to do to win this game.
No doubt was a touch expensive because of the death over bowling that he had to do, but the reason why he won the player of the match there was he laid the foundations. In the slot, that was a hit-me ball for the likes of Zishan. Bilal, oh, he was under threat.
That was an overpitch delivery. Zishan Ali, we know, can strike the ball. So far in his career, he's scored runs in T20 cricket at a strike rate of 136. So he comes in with a positive frame of mind, and look at that.
One of the rare occasions where a bowler needs a helmet. Dragged his length back. Yeah, against Sri Lanka A, he laid the foundation for that victory, albeit it was a tight one. There was occasions where Afghanistan A could have run away with it and won. But this is why he won the player of the match, getting the top order in all sorts of trouble in his poker.
Yeah, he mixed his deliveries pretty well. This was a lucky one. But when you're bowling well, luck starts running for you. Slower deliveries, moving the ball away from the right-hander, bringing it in. So he's got all the variations that are required for this kind of a format.
Yeah, he's also now in the reckoning for the senior side because of these qualities that he possesses. Has the ability to bowl off cutters and leg cutters, and during the death can bowl those deadly Yorkers. A wicket-to-wicket line is always something to be praised, isn't it?
Yeah, that should be the first idea in T20 cricket for a bowler.
Pulled away. On a standing leg. Ala Nataraj.
And Zishan has made sure that he's going to put pressure on Bilal. Doesn't matter, he's got 4 wickets in that game that we were just talking about. Cross seam delivery, that's not going to move. And the batters, they keep seeing the bowler's hand, how he's gripping the ball, and from there they know what's going to happen with the deliveries.
Not the best start for Bilal Sami as they take a couple. It's 10 off the first.
Yeah, this is the equation in front of you. Unbeaten Bangladesh A, certainly favourites to qualify for the semi-finals, but it's not guaranteed because mathematically each team has a chance, and that's what we've been harping upon time and again. Should Bangladesh A beat Sri Lanka A and Hong Kong China beat Afghanistan A? Who knows? It all boiled down to net run rate, and which is why each and every team has a stake as we speak. But all eyes of Afghanistan are on Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar. The wily spinner brings the guile and the mystery that even Sherlock Holmes can't figure out. 60 wickets in his 49 matches, this being the 49th.
Yeah, and the economy rate of less than 7. You can see from his approach that he's somebody who's thinking of getting wickets. And that is exactly what Afghanistan A needs at the minute. The start for Hong Kong China has been brilliant.
It'll be fascinating to see how Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar approaches this match. Heavily reliant on him in the previous encounter when he took 2 wickets and conceded only 8 runs in that spin-friendly track. He was the one who took the only wickets for, against Bangladesh A. There's so many spinners coming through the Afghanistan ranks. These are the spells. How impressive has he been? Already 5 wickets to his name.
Yeah, and that is exactly what we were talking about. He bowls to get wickets. That's very important. He is one bowler who basically tells you that if you bowl to get wickets, you will get wickets. If you are bowling with a positive frame of mind, you're going to do that more often than not. That's brilliant bowling from him. Mixes them well. Make sure that the batters keep guessing him all the time.
He got the leading edge there. Was trying to go across the line. Easy pickings for Zadran. And Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar's mystery means that Zishan Ali's innings is history. Goes for 10. Hong Kong China 11 for 1. The experienced campaigner Baba Hayat comes into the middle. ...127 matches in his T20 career, a strike rate of 126, already has a half century in this edition of the DP World Asia Cup Rising Stars. Beats the bat.
Brilliant bowling from Ghazanfar. Mixes them well. That was a leg spinner. Yeah, the mystery bowler. And Zishan Ali was history to become a poet in the company of Mazhar.
I'm a poet and I didn't even know it.
Atish on a roll.
We've noticed that Babar Hayat is usually a slow starter. Was outfoxed by Traveen Matthew. Another mystery spinner in the previous encounter. Fends it off well. A successful over comes to an end. Only 1 off it and a wicket. 11 for 1. Certainly the reliance on Ghazanfar would be key. You'd be hoping he is complemented with the rest of the bowling attack. Bilal hits the deck and hits the bat of Anshuman Rath.
Creating that angle against the left-hander bowling around the wicket. Because when you're bowling round the wicket to a left-hander, the ball naturally the left-hander thinks is going to come into him. And if he can move it away, use his fingers, move it away, there would be a chance for him to get a wicket.
Yeah, I would think that the cutters will come into play in this over. In the previous over, he was... There you go. You asked for him to roll his fingers over the ball. As if he's listening to you, Manipal.
He's a smart bowler. He knows what he's doing, even though he's gone for 10 runs in the first over that he bowled. But from his run-up, you can make out he's pretty sure what he's doing.
Isak, meanwhile, had a sighter at the wicket. As Anshuman Rath had a sighter on the ball, completely misses it. Yep, as if he's gone to a bowling alley. Tries to steal the single, and steal he does. Slight fumble at mid-on.
You know, Atish, we were talking about that when a right-arm fast bowler is bowling round the wicket to the left-hander batter, he creates that angle. The batter is all the time thinking that the ball is going to come into him. And if you can move it away, whether in the air or whether using your fingers, this is what you can do. See, from that angle, you feel it's going to come in, and it moves away.
Sent back. And good backing up there. Qais Ahmed using all his experience to be in the right position, even though it was a wayward throw.
Virendra Sharma, the TV umpire, shouldn't have a problem there. He's dragged his bat. That's a perfect example, if any youngsters watching, how to save your wicket, how to keep a prize for it. When you're running, drag that bat into the crease.
The sun blaring down. Apologies, didn't even realize that it was a direct throw. Good fielding by Point. Steps out, completely misses it. Matter of millimeters. Could have crashed into leg stump.
That's a good comeback over from Bilal. Went for 10 runs in his first over. Just given one in this over. There's no need basically for the Hong Kong China batters to do that. If they play the 20 overs, they should get this target. I know there's help for the bowlers in the surface, but probably trying to take advantage in the first 6 overs.
Just didn't move his feet. Probably a wee bit high. End of 3, 12 for 1. Yeah, if you compare the starts of the two teams, then of course Afghanistan A were much ahead. Credit goes to Hong Kong China and the way they managed to pull things back. Ghazanfar with his second. I wonder if you're Darvish Rasuli, whether Manipa you give him as many overs in succession as possible, because he can do this.
Yeah, I think just give him the 4 overs up front, which is what they did in the previous game, where he got those 2 wickets. He just gave away 8 runs in his 4 overs, because that would put a lot of pressure on Hong Kong China. This is a kind of a surface. If you get wickets up front, or don't give away too many runs, you could put pressure on the Hong Kong China batters.
Good backing up by Ishaq. Oh! That missed everything. Missed the edge, missed the stump. How?
And that was too good a ball, and this is how it missed it. Yeah, brilliant bowling, mixes them so well. And that is a proper mystery bowler.
Anshuman Rath can't figure him out. Ghazanfar is spinning a web around him.
Smart bowler, positive bowler. This is that delivery that missed everything. And look at those hands on the head. Even he's thinking, how did that one miss everything?
This time driven, a touch fuller. You just want to see him off. If you are a Hong Kong China batter, don't try and take any chances against him. Clearly, he's in a great run of form. He's found his spot. Let it be a maiden. Let it be just 2 of the over or something like that. Don't go for those big shots.
Yeah, you've got to be smart enough. You've got to pick a bowler who you can attack later. Didn't time it too well. Inside edge. 4 gone. 13 for 1. Hong Kong China.
Yeah, 10 of the first over as they're chasing a 141. And then since then, it's the Afghanistan A bowlers that have pressed the brakes on the Hong Kong China innings. A mere single run of each over after that. And of course, a wicket. That was Zishan falling prey to Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar. Faridun Dawodzai gets a look in today for Afghanistan A. Starts off with a short one. Shuman Rath felt a bit rushed. Meanwhile, we can confirm that he just survived a scare, did the southpaw.
Yeah, Ghazanfar's last delivery of the previous over. Oh, hitting the fingertips. You got to catch those. You got to be ready for it. If you don't take those, then if your fielders drop anything, you're in no position to blame them.
"20 balls since the last boundary, but Babar Hyatt changes that. Donked it for 6.
Too short, too much time for Babar. That's his first scoring runs in the 7 balls he's faced. And he hits it for a 6. A lot of time on the legs. Didn't have to do much. Just use the pace of the bowler and send it over the ropes.
He tried a cutter, didn't he? But banged it in short.
Bowling these slow deliveries is also an art. You've got to have the right line, the right length.
By the looks of it, Babar Hayat also enjoys the ball coming onto the bat. He prefers playing pace as opposed to spin. Something that Darvish Rasuli can look at, perhaps just keep on deploying spin against him.
Yeah, these are challenging pitches. There's no doubt about it. Rasuli, Afghanistan A captain, probably might think of bringing on his spinners and somebody who could complement Ghazanfar.
Again short. Crashes into the boundary. These are gifts for Babar Hayat.
Yeah, Daud Zai looks under pressure the way he's bowling. This is the time the captain has to be at mid-off or mid-on and keep talking to him, keep motivating him. You can't keep gifting. That's too short as well. A lot of room from outside the off stump. He had so much time. Sends it towards mid-wicket boundary.
Just needs to be a tad bit fuller, does Dawood Zai. Like by given.
Get your spinners on, Rasuli. Get your spinners on. There is help in the surface. You need wickets up front to put pressure on Hong Kong, China. You don't have a very good score. Just scored 140. Look at that one. Got into position so quickly.
An expensive over given the context of the game. After 5, it's 26 for 1.
A decent start for Hong Kong, China. After 5 overs, they're 26 for 1 in chase of 141. At this stage, Afghanistan A were 35 for 2. What Hong Kong, China did well is that not losing many wickets. Just one so far. They'll be up against Ghazanfar, who's bowling outstandingly well. Huge shout, huge shout. Perhaps going down the leg side, Salman?
Yeah, touch down the leg. It seems as if Babar's presence would be the key how Hong Kong, China go about chasing this target. And A.M. Ghazanfar is somebody who can really strike, and Afghanistan looks up to him to give them the match-winning performances. Once again, just pulling the length back as he saw the batter move towards him. This is good, intelligent bowling. The faster men have not been that accurate. They've just been too much sort of a pace-on bowling and missing the lengths as well.
Also about control.
It is all about control. Mostly.
You, Salman? Gives it a charge. Just to add to your point. Oh, sloppy from Kais.
Well, watching the total that they're defending, this is not on. This is something they definitely need to avoid. In fact, cut down on the possible boundaries. Once again, great use of the feet, getting to the pitch of the ball and just climbing into it. Got good timing, but it should have been only one. Cas Ahmed is an experienced campaigner.
Yeah, he thought he was in control, but he wasn't.
Yeah, so that's important how you think and when you think. Especially if you're appearing for a B1, B2.
And nicely bowled. Looking to rotate the strike on that occasion, Babar Hayat. It's the last ball of the power play.
Spinners certainly have bowled well, haven't been able to, batters haven't been able to get away with them so easily. Ghazanfar is a high-class spin bowler and he has created problems.
Single to finish the over. That also concludes the power play. Hong Kong, China, after 6, 32 for 1. A slow yet steady start for Hong Kong. China in chase of 141. They are 32 for 1 after the end of the power play. Confirmation from the umpire. Power play wrapped.
Pakistan very much in the game. It depends how from here onwards they bowl and they field. Picking up wickets on regular intervals will definitely stem the flow of runs and put Hong Kong China under pressure.
Tempted Joker. Good ball, but still it was going down the leg side. Intention were right.
Looking to York. Lucky that he did not get the edge or a fine flick for 4, because remember, fine leg is in the circle almost all the time. Wide rate is 7.81. Anshuman, he's been there for like 14 deliveries for 6 runs and got a great array of strokes up his sleeve.
Oh! And searching for that. It was outside the off stump. Hardly any foot movement on that occasion from Anshuman.
He's not a great mover. Doesn't move into the strokes like most batters do, especially at the top of the order. And neither he goes big like the batters who don't move much. They have great arm speed and great hand-eye coordination. So we haven't seen both from him. So I wonder what his role is, what he's been asked to do, and how possibly can he contribute to this chase. Because at this time, the ball is relatively new. Better striking time, maybe.
Already faced 15 for 6. Oh! And that came back in sharply. Shout from the outside. Animated. Umpire unmoved.
Anshuman is all at sea. Has no clue what is going on. You bowl a length ball, he misses it. You bowl it away from the offside, he has no answer to it. And we have seen against the spin as well. Just the old hoik towards mid-wicket or maybe square leg. So that is confining yourself to a couple of strokes. Allows the opposition to just keep hammering in with those dot balls. A cross-seamer just came back in a touch. Very lucky that his off-stump wasn't disturbed.
I think he should focus more on rotating the strike, giving the strike back to Babar Hayat, who loves to play the seamers Goes for that big hike and goes all the way. There we go. Anshuman joins the party.
Thankfully, for Hong Kong, China, he's just said to himself that he has to have a go. And the ball was also in his zone. So that's good from him because they will need these runs, especially of the pacers. And cross seam is telling him that there's going to be no movement in the air. A good connection. This will get some confidence flowing in him.
Way to the fielder. You're just adding to your word confidence. Brings another quote from me. Says, confidence doesn't come from success. Confidence comes from surviving failure.
No words. No words. Well done, Maz. Brilliantly put. I would say bowling mostly pace on, and that is what the batters would want on this pitch.
Slow delivery on that occasion. Roll of the fingers from the outside. Despite that 6-7 run coming off that over. After 7, Hong Kong, China, 39 for 1. Well, Anshuman Rath not just surviving, he's gaining his confidence at the moment. Was named Hong Kong China captain at the age of 20. Has played for Odisha in Ranji Trophy and Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy as well. Scored a T20I and a ODI 100 as well.
Babar Hayat, yep, pushing one towards mid-wicket for an easy one. He needs to be around because he is certainly someone in this lineup who can go big and most qualitative batter in this lineup and a very experienced one as well. Zubaid Akbari, the left-arm spinner. Now is a chance for Anshuman to go after this matchup.
Nicely played. Wide of the fielder. Fielder does really well. That is an outstanding effort in the deep. Rahmanullah Zadran, the fielder at long off, covered a lot of ground and dived to perfection as well.
Saw the batter coming down, just pushed the line a bit away from him, but good extension of the arms, allowing Anshuman to get to the ball and time it well. Reverse sweeping, looking for some big runs, not to be. Another dot.
Yeah, with the field spread now, Anshuman just looking for those boundaries, rather look to rotate the strike as well will be the key for him. Just like that. Running the first one hard, looking for the second. Good fielding again in the deep.
While everybody else in the middle is struggling for timing, Maz, where do you get your timing from? It's been right on target.
Well, I have a formula for that as well, Salman. It's a 6P formula. It says, proper prior planning prevents poor performance.
Oh, I thought it was some diet. Turns out to be just a formula. Once again, brilliantly bowled, but good batting. Their soft hands allows them to rotate strike. And Babar knows the value of his wicket. For Hong Kong, China's sake, he needs to stick around for as long as he can and get some partnership going, because Afghanistan have some really good spinners who are going to operate through this mid-innings.
Partnership is looking good, 34 of 39. Flighted delivery, plays that inside out, straight to the fielder, mix up. Oh, better throw was required and the bowler should have stand behind the stump to grab that one. End of over number 8, Hong Kong, China, 46 for 1. Well, the required run rate is inching towards 8 now. They're going at a rate of 5.75, but more importantly, they've got 9 wickets in hand.
That can be a very valuable asset in a low chase, especially knowing that their mainstay Babar, the big hitter, is still in there. And he is not somebody who only just hits big. He can be very methodical. He can time a chase brilliantly, and that is what Hong Kong China will be looking to have from him.
Driven. Roll of the fingers first up by Farmanullah Safi. Here I mentioned about Babar Hayat. He loves playing the seamers with the ball coming onto the bat. He will enjoy playing Farmanullah.
Yeah, this is how the last ball was bowled, and a disaster which could have been had the throw been good enough. And the fielder, throw wasn't as bad. It's just that the fielder couldn't collect it properly.
Slap that away on the offside. In front of square. There's protection in the deep. Yeah, they need to grab those opportunities. Since this partnership is looking dangerous, that run-out opportunity might cost them.
Agreed. They have to put everything in the field. Back up their bowlers, saving runs, taking catches, taking every available opportunity. Remember, this can serve as a match to qualify into the next stage.
On the leg side, field that shot, fine leg. Says thank you, but no. Came off the pad.
Wow, he has a good thigh pad. Good stroke. Carried all the way to short, fine leg. Have a look at this again. Yeah, hits the thigh pad. I would be interested in a closer look, because normally thigh pads, when the ball hits them, they doesn't fly that far.
So far, good start from Farmanullah Safi. With fine leg up inside the circle, he just need to be careful bowling those balls down the leg side.
So another good over in progress, just the 3 of the first 4 deliveries. Wonderfully bowled, tailing in, a bit of reverse maybe. Would like to have a look at it again, because just at the last moment, the ball started to tail in.
That single brings up the 50 for Hong Kong, China. Yeah, nicely bowled.
Yeah, just have a look at this. Wow, that definitely tailed in. So a bit of reverse swing was well managed by Babar.
Been a good over so far. 4 singles coming off the first 5 balls. Slow delivery again. Well disguised. Outstandingly done by Farmanullah. End of over number 9, Hong Kong, China, 50 for 1. They've managed to lose 3 wickets at that situation, Afghanistan A, but Hong Kong, China, they're going good, I must say.
Yeah, and Hong Kong, China still have to get the wheel rolling. They'll require an odd boundary every now and then. They just can't look for the singles and play a few dots in between and think they're going to get to this target. So that calculated risk, as of now, has to be taken somewhere. Some good cricketing strokes have to come in. Some controlled aggression has to be on display.
Through 31 dots so far. Just 4 boundaries and 2 sixes. We're into the 10th over of the innings. Dubai just drag back the length, looking for the second no.
Yeah, both these batters are not very quick between the wickets, and neither they look very agile to turn very quickly. So they'll have to rely on their power stuff to every now and then get a 6 or a 4 and maybe get to 7 or 8 in the over that way.
Short ball, pulled away. Babar Hayat gets the distance. He does just hit the ball, he commands it.
Testimony of this power. Off the back foot, just got a little bit to work with, and that was enough for his strong arms. Just have a look at this. Poor ball. The young left arm spinner needs to be in the right zones, in the right channels. Babar can be very severe.
And quick single taken. Good cricket overall.
Intelligent cricket, a boundary and 3 singles. And with just a ball to be bowled till we get to the halfway stage. Nearing drinks now. Hong Kong 59 for 1 as Anshuman will take up the last delivery.
Down the ground. Will get a single. End of a good over from Hong Kong, China's perspective. We are halfway through the innings. Hong Kong, China 60 for 1, and it's also time to rehydrate and regroup for both the teams.
रानी ये नहीं जानती कि उसे खतरा बाहर से कम भीतर से ज्यादा है।
बिहार के सबसे युवा सीएम बनेंगे आप।
हमारे जीते जी जय बिहार का सीएम नहीं बन सकता।
पीएम की कुर्सी से गिराने वाली अगर कोई है तो वो केवल रानी भारती ही हैं।
उन्मा बड़ा कर रही है गवारा।
जवाब तो देना ही पड़ेगा।
देखिए महारानी सीजन 4 सोनी लिव पर।
किरण कहाँ जा रहा था? किस पर्पस के लिए?
यही बात तो मैं जानना चाहती हूँ। मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा उसने मुझसे झूठ क्यों बोला।
मैं एक ऑनलाइन इन्वेस्टिगेटिव रिपोर्टर। ये है प्योर फैक्ट्स और मैं हूं आपका अश्विन कुमार साइनिंग ऑफ।
ये जरूर कुछ छुपा रहे हैं।
I think it's a trap.
Mirage, streaming now, only on Sony Live.
बंगाल पीपल्स फ्रंट की नेशनल एग्जीक्यूटिव कमेटी ने सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से अपना सपोर्ट वापस लेने का डिसीजन लिया है।
Who's our best chance, Murad?
Only one person, sir. Mr. Prime Minister, your proposal is rejected.
I will not allow people walking over me without repercussion.
देखिए महारानी सीजन 4 सोनी लिव पर।
किरण कहाँ जा रहा था? किस पर्पस के लिए?
यही बात तो मैं जानना चाहती हूँ। मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा उसने मुझसे झूठ क्यों बोला।
मैं एक ऑनलाइन इन्वेस्टिगेटिव रिपोर्टर। ये है प्योर फैक्ट्स और मैं हूं आपका अश्विन कुमार साइनिंग ऑफ।
ये जरूर कुछ छुपा रहे हैं।
I think it's a trap.
Mirage, streaming now, only on Sony Live.
There is certainly trouble in Afghanistan's paradise. Restricted to 140 in their stipulated 20, would have hoped for a better start with the ball. Of course, Alam Mohammad Ghazanfar, the pick of the bowlers, taking 1 wicket. The solitary wicket so far, that was Zishan, who was sent packing. But since then, Babar Hayat and Anshuman Rath have provided stability
to the Hong Kong-China innings, and as of now, they need 81 to win of the next 10. I'm joined by Maninder Singh and Raza Anjum in the commentary box. Manipa, not what the doctor ordered for the defending champions.
True, they needed wicket up front. And I really thought that the captain would give Ghazanfar the 4th over as well to try and get a wicket. Ghazanfar did have an opportunity where he could have had that figures of 2 for 8 because there was a cotton bowl chance which he let go. So what Afghanistan A basically need is wickets here. But there'll be a lot of pressure on Hong Kong China batters as well because they still need 81 runs, 8.1 runs per over.
Anshuman on 20 of 29. Trying to anchor the innings as we speak. The first delivery after drinks is sent to the boundary. Strays in line, does Farmanullah. You don't want to bowl there.
Well, feast your eyes on that. Boundary number 226th. Slightly going wrong in line, onto its hips, and thank you very much, he says. Helps it on its way. And starting the over on a high. This is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Probably there must have been a message to these two batters as well from the dugout, from the coach. They now try and score some runs as well, because if this run rate keeps creeping up, it might become difficult. If it goes around 10 and over, it will be difficult on this surface.
The biggest problem that I find is that when you're trying to defend a total like this, Darvish Rasuli would be very disappointed that apart from Ghazanfar, none of the bowlers have really made their mark. There is a long on in place. You could not be taking wickets, but you could be restricting the runs. And that's not the case either.
Let's give credit to Babar and Anshuman. They're stitching in a fabulous partnership. A partnership of 54. Of 55 deliveries. And you're right, except Ghazanfar, Bilal also going for 5.5 and over. But Dawodzai Zubair, pretty expensive.
There you go, the cutters have come into play, and Raza, I feel that that should be the game plan for even the fast bowlers now when it comes to Afghanistan A.
Absolutely. I think taking the pace of the ball is crucial at this stage. And given the circumstances, the situation, I think this game has all the ingredients to be an absolute cliffhanger. Low scoring, challenging surface with qualification on the line. This might as well turn out to be the game of the tournament.
Did roll his fingers on the ball, and it is gripping, it's not reaching the bat. You restrict the runs, Manipa, you exact pressure, and then perhaps the Hong Kong China batters will give away their wicket.
Yeah, that's one way to go about it. If you're not getting wickets, don't give away too many runs. And Farmanullah has been pretty good in this over, even though he went for a boundary on the first delivery, but it's a good comeback from him.
Certainly a course correction, no doubt about it, by Farmanullah. Goes for the Yorker. Straight to the fielder. At the end of 11, it is 68 for 1.
Desperately want to pick up a wicket here.
मैंने कोर्स करेक्शन कर दिया था कि फर्स्ट बॉल पे बाउंड्री की उसके बाद अच्छे कम में कुछ भी सही कर रहा है कुछ भी चल रहा है भाई चल रहा है
10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1.
Yep, 73 needed of 9 overs now for Hong Kong China. With 9 wickets in hand, you would think it is attainable.
Absolutely, there are a couple of big overs away here, Hong Kong, China. Back to spin, Kais Ahmed. There's a big appeal for caught behind, and the umpire has raised his finger.
This is exactly what Afghanistan A needs to do. Get wickets, keep getting wickets to put pressure on Hong Kong, China, because this partnership, it was very important for them to break. There was changing bowling. First delivery of Kais gets a wicket. The ball turning away from the batter. He went for it. It was outside the off stump. He could have let it go.
That replay seems a bit interesting, Manipa, as Babar Hayat walks, made 30 of 26, Hong Kong, China 68 for 2. The replay would be fascinating to see.
तो वो चल के चला गया चुपचाप
अरे कोई DRS नहीं है ना
नहीं पर जितनी स्पीड से चल के गया है
कैसे Shiv Mathur comes in controversial circumstances. His 10th match of his T20 career. Scored 141 runs at a strike rate of 102. Paddles it to get off the mark. But one has to say, Manipa, the officiating has been off the mark. That controversial bump ball decision in the first innings, and here it seemed there was a mile between the bat and the ball.
The coach doesn't look very happy neither. The batter, you can see it from his actions, not very happy. It was the wicketkeeper. Loud appeal from him. As soon as he collected the ball, he went up and put pressure on the umpire.
Yeah, daylight between bat and ball there, but Afghanistan wouldn't mind that. They were desperately looking for that breakthrough, and they've got it courtesy Kais. It's been spin to win, the mantra for Afghan ascendancy, amplifying an unprecedented rise to glory. And that was close again, bowling it within the line of the stumps. Had he missed that, it would have been curtains.
We have seen a few instances throughout this tournament that have been a bit questionable. This has just been added to the list.
Yeah, the umpiring, I think the umpires have been not under pressure. In the air, field under it, another wicket. This time, Anshuman. So, he didn't get one of them out. He get both of them out. Babar and Anshuman.
Kais has been on cue. Luck favored him when he got the better of Babar Hayat. But this is definitely out. And one has to question the short selection by Anshuman Rath. You've just lost your strike partner. You're trying to take on the mid-wicket fielder who is in the deep and straight down the throat of the captain, Darvish Rasooli. Afghanistan A can celebrate. This over has yielded double trouble for Hong Kong, China. He departs for 27 of 35. Hong Kong, China 71 for 3. Suddenly बधाई बोलूं मैं अभी बधाई
Is it trapped? Of course it is! Guys, you beauty! You absolute beauty! Turning the game on its head. Yasim Murtaza comes, Yasim Murtaza goes.
3 in and over. What an important time to get these 3 wickets for his captain. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. This is what they needed. Afghanistan A. Rasuli will be very happy. Right in front of the stumps. Bowled that a little quicker. And what an over this has been from Kais. Murtaza gone for a duck. 71 for 4.
Start jumping, bro.
Smaller teams, na, they can't handle 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Kais has drawn the curtains in that previous over. And Afghanistan A have a sliver of hope. They just need to be backed up now.
Yeah, absolutely. Winning is a habit, and Hong Kong has been losing quite consistently all throughout this tournament. As we have a look at that wicket once again, spinning the web, the Afghan stalwart. And that was his 3rd wicket of the over, the 3rd scalp, the quality piece of bowling. Once again, working in favour of his side, and he's turned this game upside down here.
Steps out and crunches it. This is relief under pressure.
Shiv Mathur trying to put pressure on the bowler. He knows it's going to be difficult to get away the spinners. So let's take a chance against the seam bowlers. Use his feet. Get that pace so that he could dispatch it to the boundary.
And again, Manipa, pace on delivery. The moment you roll your fingers, the moment you exact that variation, the batters are getting nothing. So one wonders, why is Farmanullah, the previous boundary also was on a pace on delivery that he had conceded.
Imperative, absolutely imperative at this stage. It's a game of margins, as we mentioned. Each run is crucial, so go with what you know best. Slow deliveries, pace off is the name of the game. As we look at Nizakat Khan, he's playing his 149th match, 2,878 matches with a strike rate of 119 and his best of 81, half of that performance today. Will do his side a world of good.
Yeah, this is the Kais Ahmed effect. Anshuman holding it out to deep mid-wicket where the captain was there. And, yeah, that is the reaction that is justified after that shot.
That's how he's losing his hair.
Lord is now dependent on these two because post this, we're getting into the all-rounders. Nizakat hasn't had the best of tournaments with the bat, scored only 8 in the first and a duck in the second. You can see the disappointment etched on Anshuman Rath's face because he was one of the hopes today for this Hong Kong-China chase, was completely settled in. And after losing Babar Hayat's wicket the way they did, look at that, the follow wickets, 68, 71, 71, within 1 over. The tide has turned completely.
At 13, it's 76 for 4. When we come back, Kais will be on hat-trick. Should he bowl? Setting his field for the big delivery. Kais, in 1 over, has not only given Afghanistan a hope, but he's given them a spring in their step. And he finds himself on a hat-trick. Watchfully done. A little wide this time. And he's found the gap. So boundary for Shiv Mathur, who, of course, is one of those hopes that remain for Hong Kong China.
Yeah, he's looked good whenever he's batted. He looks technically sound. Just a little bit use of that feed. He just came outside off to cover that spin. That front foot going towards the ball. Oh, trying to play a big one there. Very lucky.
He knows a couple of big overs here. A couple of big overs here, and it can turn the tide in favor of Hong Kong China.
Full toss. Didn't get the cleanest of connections, but it does mean that Nizakat is off the mark.
Those are the kind of deliveries you've got to take advantage of. That is, if you come into bat with a positive frame of mind, you can't think that I'm going to spend some time, get set, get used to the pace and the bounce of the surface, and then I'll play strokes. When you get a delivery like that, you should get a boundary of it.
Clever. Packed with power. Half a dozen for Shiv Mathur.
Well, that's been caught by the lens of the camera. They're calling it a UFO, bro. Against a run of play, unorthodox as you like. And he can watch that ball sail across the boundary for a 6. We saw a lot of those unorthodox shots in the Afghan innings. He's probably taken a leaf out of their book. And what a time to do it for his side. That brings the momentum right back in Hong Kong China's side.
He's appealing again. Nah, this time he's not going to give him out. At the end of 14, it's 88 for 4. Yeah, Kais obviously has given Afghanistan a hope, but in that second over was a tad bit expensive. Now is going at an economy of 7.5. I wonder if you bowl Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar now itself to just create a chokehold on that Hong Kong China innings. Hope that he takes a wicket or two in that 1 over that he has left. Why would you want to save him for later?
Absolutely right. I've been thinking that for the past 2 overs. Get him, get wickets. But then he got Kais, who got him 3 wickets in the first over. 12 in his second over. A tad expensive.
Relying on Bilal Sami. First ball of his third. Sami strikes. Hong Kong, China are self-destructing.
Twisting and turning, twirls and curls. This game has had everything. Once again, full and straight, Bilal, right on money. And that's exactly what his captain would have said before he handed over the ball to him. Have a look at that. It was a bit slower again. Oh my God. Was that going down leg side? A big question mark once again on the umpiring.
Was that? It was. It was going down the leg side. And Atish just a little while ago said there have been a couple of blunders from the umpires. This is one of them. Nizakat Khan gone for one. 88 for 5. Hong Kong, China.
Jesus Christ. पता नहीं यार ये कौन सा अंपायर है ये
राहुल अशर है मान वाला तीनों
नहीं अभी किसने दिया
अभी जुल्फिकार जान ये सेंड से हुआ ना
अभी तो जान ने दी
हां जुल्फिकार
जान ने गेम की जान निकाली 5 अभी तक किसी ने नहीं कर रहा
2 1
Yes, Afghanistan A are playing their part. Yes, Hong Kong, China are playing their part, but so are the umpires on field. And that brings in Aizaz Khan in his 119th match, a strike rate of 105, a best of 48, yet to score a 50 in this format. Has plenty of experience, there is no doubt about it. Good keeping, one has to say, by Ishaq.
Hong Kong, China will be thinking, this is unlucky. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Atish has just told me that was hitting the 5th stump. And he's right. You are right. That was a slow delivery. Zulfikar Jan, the umpire. A rare mistake from him.
Trying to steal a quick single. Missed the wicket by a mile.
I think Hong Kong, China after this game wouldn't be blamed if they go and say they'd been hard done by some average umpiring. They have every right to.
I mean, to be fair, as we take a look at how things are completely even, Stevens 89.5, 89.5, 89 for 5, 89 for 5 at 14.3. One has to say there was questionable decisions in the Afghanistan innings as well. So perhaps consistency.
From?
Officials. Do I need to spell it out, Manipa? He doesn't seem like a happy camper, and rightfully so. Yasim Murtaza.
Hold and behold, this game is not over yet until Shiv is out there. He's shown signs of brilliance. Once again, targeting the stumps. He's got one target in mind as Bilal, hitting those stumps and the pads.
Yeah, Bilal Sami then. Perhaps Darvish Rasuli also knows that now you're well into the tail. You get Shiv Mathur, and it could be the writing on the wall for Hong Kong, China. The one established batter that still is a ray of hope and sunshine for the team in red. Slight misfield. And it'll yield to. Things are getting nervy, things are getting exciting in this all-important clash. At the end of 15, it's 91 for 5.
You have a game in hand. 50 runs of 30 deliveries needed. Qais Ahmed have bowled so well. He's getting his third over. Shiv Mathur, I think he'll be the key man for Hong Kong China from here onwards. And yet, Allaga Zamfar got one more of us as well. So interested to see Tarish Rasuli, when is he going to use his trump card, Fidai?
Yeah, well, Qais Ahmed has actually pulled things off for the Afghanistan A. Things looked really good for Hong Kong China before that partnership was broken, and then that over 3 wickets and 3 runs have actually changed things into Afghanistan side. Yeah, there is Ala Muhammad Ghazanfar with 1 over left. Zubaid Akbari has got 2. Farmanullah Safi has got 1. Qais has got 1 after this.
Beautifully bowled. Nice and full. Qais Ahmed has taken 3 wickets in a T20 innings for the 17th time. The 179th inning he's been bowling, and what an important spell so far. A must-win game, a crucial game. Experience matters, and certainly he has turned up when it matters the most. He was hit. Option was right by Shiv with the ball turning away, but no connection.
Yeah, in the previous over, Qais Ahmed bowled. He took him on, reverse it, and smashed him for a maximum. And this time around, doesn't get the connection. Last 12 deliveries, 10 runs, 1 wicket. So there is pressure building on Hong Kong China. And the equation has come down to 49 of 26. Bilal Sami has got 1 over left as well, Maha.
Comes down the track, and I thought Qais Ahmed saw Shiv Mathur coming down the track, pulled the length back. Bilal Sami, excellent over last one. I thought Nidhakat Khan was very, very unlucky to be adjudicated LBW. That was going down the leg side right throughout the game in a few editions. Certainly controversial. 3 runs from the third over of Qais Ahmed comes to an end. It's 94 for 5. 47 needed of 24 deliveries. Just under 12 runs per over. It's getting harder and harder for Hong Kong China. Bilal Sami continues. Slightly shorter, and a very good stop by Siddiqul Athal. He certainly gave his all. Senior player showing us how it's done.
Yeah, the vice captain of Afghanistan A, making sure that they save every single run they can. Bilal Sami will be bowled out slower one. He's got the cutters. And what an effort that is, Maha. Full-fledged dive, making sure doesn't let the ball go to the boundary. You want this from the fielders to lift you up as a bowler.
This is a wonderful opportunity for Shiv Mathur as well. The under-19 captain of Hong Kong China. Up against some world-class bowlers like Bilal Sami, who has shown in the last series against Bangladesh when he picked up 5 wickets. Ghazanfar the other hand. So, on the other hand, on the positive side for Hong Kong China, you've got a youngster. Certainly one for the future. Ishaq as well. The wicket-keeper batter was exceptional in this game so far. Bowling to his field, Bilal. 3 fielders saving the bound in the leg side and certainly bowling a midland leg line.
Yeah, well, absolutely about Shiv Mathur. I completely agree with you. Only young, 17 years old, already leading the under-19 side and been brought into play with the with the senior fellows. But the boundary has dried up. 16 delivery since the last boundary was hit. So he's certainly growing in confidence and has been considered a great player to become for Hong Kong China. What a shot that is. Just have to wait for the umpire.
Slow ball bouncer set up beautifully to Aizaz Khan, who can hit a long ball. on the middle of the bat. That's been something that Aizaz Khan is looking for ever since he walked in. And he found, courtesy of a short delivery ball into the pitch. Bilal Sami is not a happy camper. I thought when you're not sure, the ball is reversing a bit, why not use that to advantage? It dismissed Nizakat Khan with a reverse swing in delivery. Yes, it was going down the leg side, but still a wicket. But for me, this was a wrong option. That are beautifully nice. Aizaz Khan, he's a tonker. He smashed it. Still waiting for the confirmation by the third umpire. Looks like to me it's inside field of play. Should be a boundary. Very hard to see, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely not easy to see it here with the naked eyes. It was also tough because the sun is just falling down and hard to follow. But you got to give it to Aizaz Khan for the shot that he has manufactured. Yeah, now we can see a better angle. And I believe it is falling inside the field of play. He went with the shot so well. And the cutter just set nicely, bowled it too short and just beautifully followed through for a wonderful shot.
When things get tough and it's hard to see by, especially with the sun going down in the late evening, this is where the director and producer comes in handy for us. Getting the best shot. With that boundary, brings up the 100 for Hong Kong, China. Another 39 needed of 20 deliveries. I think the next couple of deliveries are going to be important for Hong Kong, China. Next couple, if 1, 6 or a 4 can be put away, I think they'll fancy their chances. Ball aim. Much better length, quicker, bit of reverse swing. And Aizaz Khan trying to go over mid-wicket. He's been castled.
How many times we've heard you saying things from here and bowlers doing exactly the very same thing. Yeah, that's a better link. Bowls it quick. You miss, I hit. And that's the mantra with little bit of reverse swing. And the furniture disturbed. And the partnership of 14 been broken. Hong Kong, China losing another. Aizaz Khan scoring 10. Hong Kong, China 102 for 6.
They've been looking me for the last 3 years. I'm running.
I'm not looking at them.
Squeeze in run chase, right?
You did big help to them, man. They were 68 for 1 after 11 overs, well placed. But then,
yeah. Since Babar Hayat and Anushuman got out to Kais, na?
Yeah. Anshuman and Yasim also.
6 wickets down, Hong Kong, China. At number 8. Kinchit Shah, he can hit a long ball as well. 3 half centuries in his 66 games. If at all, Hong Kong, China need Kinchit Shah's expertise in the power hitting. It's today. 68 for 1 in 11 overs, and since then, Afghanistan spinners, especially Qais Ahmed, was exceptional, bringing down the scoring rate and also picking up wickets. Changing his angle, coming round the wicket, Bilal. Beautifully bowled. Direct hit. Would have been a close one. Needed a direct hit, missed out though. End of the 17th, 103 for 6.
So, wait. Qais Ahmed, Gazam for 1. Zubayr did not bowl now. So, Gazam for 1 for sure.
Can we change it to the bowling card? What will be the 3 last overs?
Gazam is bowling now.
Qais has got 1 over.
Nah, Qais if he bowls now.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back.
Bilal Sami has finished his spell. Gazanfar certainly will bowl 1 more over. 2 overs got to be made up. I think Dawood Zai, the seamer, is a very good option to bowl. Qais Ahmed, Farmanullah, the other choices. Interesting to see which way Darwish Rasuli will go. Now here comes the trump card for Afghanistan 8. A.M. Gazamfar starts off with a lovely delivery. I don't think Kinchit read it.
Well, you talked about Kinshit, the ability to hit the long ball, but this is the wicket. Aizaz Khan didn't have the answer. Just too quick for Aizaz Khan. He scored 20 of 4 deliveries against Bangladesh when he came to bat. And the stage is set. You need 37 of 16 delivery. You earlier brought the point. Gazanfar will be bowled out. The next 2 overs, who does the skipper go to? 2 fast bowlers, Farmanullah Safi and Dawood Zai? Or would it be Qais Ahmad to bowl the penultimate over?
Be safe, go for fast bowlers. And I like this move by Rasuli by bringing Gazamfar to bowl the 18 and try and get the run rate even more higher. Qais Ahmad certainly deserves one more over, but I don't think bowling a spinner will be a smart move. Should be just a single, lovely fielding, sliding across, and certainly saved a single there.
Yeah, it's already been a good over for Afghanistan. Gazanfar has only conceded 2 runs of the first 3 delivery. The expectation would be if he can get a wicket for his captain. That's what the captain would be expecting.
Should be down the leg side. Direct hit would have been goner. Doing the right thing, trying to give Shiv Mathur the strike back in Chicha. But he too, as Fidai said, he can hit a long ball.
A bit of concern faces in the Hong Kong-China dugout. Yasir Murtaza, the skipper, couldn't make an impact today. And was the victim in that over where 3 wickets were taken by Qais Ahmad. 2 more delivery from Muhammad Gazanfar. Do you play him safe or do you still want to go for your shots? Because you don't have the luxury of dotting deliveries.
Pulling the length back. Yeah, I think certainly with just 1 ball to go, and Kinchicha, who has the ability to clear the boundary, I think he should go for it. Try and go to 4 or 6 to get to 30 runs or 28 runs. And make sure that the last 2 overs, the run rate is as minimum as possible. 1 for 11 in 3.5. Gazanfar, he's going to finish off.
Let me ask you, what are you bowling if you're a bowler? The googly, the flicker, the carom?
Would bowl the off spin, just to be on the safe side to left-hander. Deep square leg field in place. But he'll be a spectator. And Kinchicha, correctly so, going for a big shot in the pursuit, finding the boundary. 18 overs gone, 111 for 6.
Needed of an over. So Farmanullah Safi and Dawood Zai. Check. बिलाल का हो गया बिलाल का हो गया बहुत भी गए who's bowling scorer Faridun Dawood Zai na 2 overs for 90.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
30 needed of 2 overs. Here comes Dawood Zai. Full toss. And finds the field at short third man. Shiv Mathur just inquiring from the square leg umpire or the cow point umpire about a no ball. But the both umpires are quiet.
Well, Shiv Mathur will think that maybe he's missed out on that. The equation has now come down to 30 of the 11 delivery. Let's have a look at that.
Last ball of the previous over, Kinchicha giving the kitchen sink at it. Not the best of timing, but certainly found the gap properly. Full aim. Dawood Zai matters the most playing this game. That's a perfect Yorker to dismiss a good player, Shiv Mathur.
That is outsmarting the batter, knowing that he is shuffling across, making room to go hit a big shot. Faridun Dawood Zai bowls a perfect Yorker. There's not much you can do about it. Between the two bowlers that you have, you will give the penultimate to a better one. Dawood Zai, in this instance, proves why the captain is shown trust in him. Brilliantly bowled. And Shiv Mathur's inning comes to an end. Shiv Mathur making 24 of 22. Hong Kong, China. 1-1-1 for 7.
So now Sri Lanka has to win. Now so better run rate. Are we back, Dada?
What a delivery by Faridun. Right on the money with pace. Not opting to go for a slow ball. That's exactly what you do when you have pace, when there's reverse swing on offer. Ehsan Khan, the experienced campaigner. He comes in at number 9 for Hong Kong, China. I think Faridun will fancy his chances against Ehsan with another Yorker. Certainly does. Ehsan Khan got the bat down in time. Knew that it was coming. Punch it towards long off.
It's got a little difficult for Hong Kong, China here. 29 of 9 deliveries. And the reason why Faridun with his second delivery bowled a min-speed Yorker to get Shiv Mathur out. Afghanistan A inching towards the victory, and yes, you can tell from the reaction in the dugout. Not a happy dugout.
Precious dot delivery. Outside the yaw stump. Probably the game plan would be against Kinchit Shah not to bowl straight, because he's very good towards mid-wicket and he's a handy batter. Faridun, I think he has to play with it rather than being predictable. He got to last 30 deliveries, just 30 runs and a wicket. Certainly bring in the, 3 wickets. Bring in the breaks down in time. Good Yorker again. Hit that, says Faridun. Should be just a single. It is a single.
This has been a good comeback spell from Faridun Dawood Zai. When Babar Hayat was batting, he was just taking him on, smashed him for a maximum, hit a boundary off his bowling, but then comes into his second spell, trusted to defend 30 in the last 2 overs, bowling the penultimate and bowling Yorkers, pinpoint Yorkers, giving away nothing to the batters, and has conceded 2 runs and has taken an important wicket of Shiv Mathur. What an over this has been. One more to be bowled. Can he close it in a good fashion?
Coming in place of Abdullah Ahmed Zai. He's been brilliant. Probably last over, I think Farmullah Safi should finish it off. Fancy. But still caught at cover point. Trying to slug it to mid-wicket. The ball reversing away from the right hand. It's a top edge. An easy catch at cover point. And Dawood Zai, what an over. Superb under pressure. He has bowled an over with only 2 wickets and 2 runs only.
Yeah, well, Ehsan Khan didn't have an option, did he? Had to throw kitchen sink at it. Didn't get any connection. Straight into the hands of the fielder. This has been an absolutely game-changing over. In the context of the fact 30 runs had to be defended. He gives away only 2. Ehsan Khan making just 1. Hong Kong, China, 113 for 8.
Because if Sri Lanka they lose, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and back.
28 needed in 6 deliveries. As expected, as predicted, it's going to be Farmullah Safi. 3 overs, none for 17 in his 3 overs beforehand. But some runs with the bat, not out. 23, a 4 and a 6. Certainly that also would have held in good stead. He's up against Kinchit Shah. Oh, bottom of the bat, taking pace off. Contrast difference between Faridun and Farmullah. I think Farmullah will bowl plenty of slow balls into the pitch.
Faridun, on the contrary, will bowl it quick and fast, bringing some reverse into play. And what an over that was. 2 runs, 2 wicket. Absolutely outstanding. Now they need 5 sixes to win from here. 28 of 5 deliveries. Mohammad Waheed, the right-hand batter, joining Kinchit.
The ball again. Taking the pace off. On a slow surface, this is not a bad option, especially if you can bowl the off-cutter into the pitch, turn it away from the left-hander. This is good stuff by Farmanullah.
Yeah, confirmed with the expression by Kinchit that it just turned away from me. Faraidun Dawodzai. And now it is 28 of 4 deliveries. You need 1 extra delivery to get to those runs.
Brilliantly done again, taking the pace off. And the only thing Farmanullah got to do is to keep his foot inside the line and bowl straight. The rest will take care of itself.
Yeah, into the surface, slower deliveries, 3 back-to-back slow deliveries. Kinchit Shah frustrated with the slow ones. 27 of 3.
But against Waheed, I just have this feeling Farmanullah will fancy his chances, going full and straight. Oh, back of the length. This is a good over. Farmanullah getting the ball in the hand, under pressure, 28 runs in the over needed. He has delivered 4 deliveries and only 2 singles.
Yeah, well, you got to just continue with what has given you the results. Siddiqul Atal smiling finally. They needed a win. They needed to have one big. That's a different story. But now at least they've given themselves a chance, seeing how Bangladesh plays against Sri Lanka.
Decent connection, but finds the fielder at long on. Can't keep Kai Samad off the game for a long time. 3 wickets with the ball, and easy as it likes. Kai Samad, he's been fantastic as Hong Kong loses their 9th.
Well, Kinchit misses it 3 times before this. Finally gets the connection, but because there's no pace on the ball, you just have to generate all the power into this shot. He can only send it as far as Kais patrolling the boundary, straight into his hand. Easy catch, delighted. Farmanullah Safi gets his first, and Kinchit Shah out after making 7. Hong Kong China 115 for 9.
Sri Lanka has no choice, they have to win. If they win in a decent margin, they are in the finals. Not in finals.
By a narrow margin, they win.
Last ball, the last ball.
Safi with the last ball. Just outside the yaw stump as Hassan pumps it towards long off for a single, and which gives Afghanistan a win by 25 runs in a must-win game. They were bamboozled, 24 runs, beg your pardon. They were bamboozled by Bangladesh in the last game. They need to show character, made some changes to the side. In a must-win game against Hong Kong, China. They have an experienced side. I think the senior players have stood up and made sure Afghanistan A has a firm grip going into the second round.
Well, Darwesh Rasuli would be a happier man. Losing the toss, were put to bat first on a difficult surface. Managed to get some runs at the end, getting a 24 runs victory over Hong Kong China. They needed a win. They have got a win.
Afghanistan A winning this game. Now their fate will remain on the next game coming up. Sri Lanka A, Bangladesh A. That's going to be a massive game. It's going to be an important one for Sri Lanka A. They got to win. And that will make sure all top 3 teams will have 4 points each and will go for the net run rate. For now, Afghanistan A has done their job. And done perfectly with Darwish Rasooli leading from the front, bringing the changes. A.M. Gazamfar with the ball exceptional in the power play. The young man, Dawood Zai, seen him for the first time. Very impressive with his pace. Lot to like about the performance of Afghanistan A in the bowling lineup.
Yeah, it has been a disciplined bowling performance from the Afghanistan A. Hong Kong China at one stage were running away with the game, particularly that partnership for the second wicket. And since that was broken, Hong Kong China didn't just have a way back into this match. And Afghanistan A managing to win by 24 runs, which means as you rightly said it, the next match between Sri Lanka A and Bangladesh A will decide the fate of who two teams will be going into the semi-final.
Yeah, but Sri Lanka has have their advantage. They have a good net run rate. But as we spoke before this game, it's all about getting the W in front rather than worrying about NRR. Overall, this is exactly what you need in a tournament such as this, the DP World Men's Rising Stars Asia Cup. The youngsters going down to the wire. It's not been decided yet in Group A. Group B done and dusted. Pakistan Shahids leading and India at the second position. Kaushal Silva and Yasim Murtaza, the leaders of the Hong Kong China side. Lot to think about, lot to ponder about. Yes, there are so many talent coming through, but when it matters the most, they have not stood up.
What a coincidence. In the Men's Asia Cup 2025, Bangladesh needed Sri Lanka to defeat Afghanistan to stay in the top four. And here it's the other way around. Hong Kong, China, the batting effort from Babar 30 and from Anshuman 27 was when they were running away with the game. Shiv Mato tried with 24 but was never enough because there wasn't any other partnership built in the process, managing only 116 of 9.
Partnerships for Hong Kong, China, Babar, Anshuman, they look like they're taking the game away from Afghanistan, 57 of 39. Apart from that, nothing much to speak. Hot starts, Nizakat and Shiv, but just not good to call. Bowling for Afghanistan, very, very impressive. I thought Qais Ahmed was a pick of the bowlers. Came in the middle overs, picked up 3 wickets. At a time, he was on a hat-trick. Bilal Sami gave the good start, but the Afghanites they wanted. And Gazamfar, as always, he delivers in crunch games. Summary, Afghanistan, after being put into bat, 140 for 6 in the 20 overs. Ishaq, the highest score with 38. Hassan, playing a game for the first time, 3 for 30. In reply, Hong Kong, China, 116 for 9 in the allotted 20 overs, with the Babar scoring 30. Qais, Bilal, Dawood, impressive for Afghanistan A. In the end, Afghanistan A win by 24 runs.
Well, now Afghanistan have jumped ahead of Sri Lanka A, but Sri Lanka A have a game against Bangladesh A where it will be decided who will be the two teams moving forward. Remember, if Sri Lanka A lose, they are out. If they win, they might well be into the semi. Now, Afghanistan need a favor from Bangladesh, and it is to defeat Sri Lanka in the next match.
Still on minus the Afghanistan at run rate. That's something Sri Lanka will be keeping an eye on. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the post-match presentation. number 11 of the competition, Hong Kong, China, chasing down 140. They were 116 for 9 with Anushaman, Babar and Shiv scoring the runs but not going big, falling short by 24 runs. 6 bowlers used by Afghanistan. Bilal Sami was excellent up front. Gazanfar as always, as he does, taking things control. Dawood Zai was impressive for 221. And Qais Ahmed, man of the hour, 3 for 18 in his 3 overs, making sure that the Afghanistan A wins it by 24 runs. Summary: Afghanistan A, after being put into bat, 140 for 6. Hong Kong, China, in reply, 116 for 9 in 20 overs, winning it by 24 runs, the Afghan A side. This is what happens to the points table now. Afghanistan A jumps from 3rd to 2nd position, and the equation at the moment, if Bangladesh A wins the next game, Bangladesh A and Afghanistan will go through. If Sri Lanka A wins, Bangladesh A and Sri Lanka will go through because of net run rate. And if Sri Lanka A beats Bangladesh A by about more than 41 runs or 32 balls to spare, Sri Lanka will finish at top of the table and Bangladesh will finish at the 2nd group. So all to play for with the game coming up. But not before the post-match presentation with Atish downstairs.
Pakistan, the defending champions, have given themselves a glimmer of hope. Simply speaking, should Bangladesh A defeat Sri Lanka A, then there's a possibility, or in fact, it'll be sure that they will qualify. And that means with this win of 24 runs, they are still in the reckoning. But before we start the presentation, the Asian Cricket Council would like to extend its gratitude to our broadcast partner, Sony Sports Network, and to all our sponsors, DP World, Hero Motorcorp, Air India Express, Indian Oil, Freeman's and Kentaro. A special thank you to all the government bodies, local authorities, volunteers and everyone who contributed to the smooth conduct of today's game. In the presentation party to my left is Mr. Pradeep Jaik Prakash, match referee, and he will be presenting the Player of the Match award. The Player of the Match is Qais Ahmed. 1 over that turned the tide in Afghanistan A's favour, took 3 wickets in that over and overall figures of 3 for 18. Guys, congratulations. He's also being joined by Sadiqullah Atal, who will graciously translate for him. Congratulations, that 1 over where you took Babar Hayat's wicket, then you ended up taking Anshuman Rath's wicket, and then, of course, the captain as well. Everything turned from there.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Pasar ki khuzo der shukr ada kum de Allah pak چې دا پرفارمنس را باندې وکړو وتعزو من تشاء وتذل من تشاء که د انسانانو په لاس کې د یو کرکټر کیریئر وي او پرفارم کول وي نو په ما باندې بیخي کړی نه نو دا د الله ډېر شکر ادا کوم چې الله را باندې پرفارم وکړه ځکه چې هر څه الله پاک کوي نو واقعیت هغه ټرن پوینټ و چې زه راغلم هغه ورکې 3 وکټې لاړې 3 مین بیټسمینان سیټ بیټسمینان یې آوټ شول او هماغه ټرن پوینټ و چې موږ میچ هم وګټه
Yeah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, thanks from my dear Allah for this incredible performance. So, yeah, this was a turning point, that hour that I took 3 wickets in the 2-1 over. So, yeah, it was a turning point, and I'm very happy with that.
So, I translate Kawa.
Because there was a big pressure situation. The game was going away from you. What was the message that the captain gave you when he handed the ball to you?
Oh. د مخبل سمې چې زړه کې وخم سمې چې ایکسپیرینس د ورلد دنیا کې لوبېدل هغه ایکسپیرینس ما سره و په دغه وخت کې زه خپل ایکسپیرینس ته ګورم زه که کپټن ما ته څه ووایي که ونه وایي که هغه کې د ما خوښه راشي او فایده ناکي راته کوم که نه کوم خپل زړه مې چې څه منلي هغه کوم نو هماغه وجه وه چې وکټ یې راغلی
Yeah, I play a lot of cricket around the world, so I have my own experience. So sometimes I'm listening what captain said. If I agree with that, so I'm going with the captain's plan. If I don't, so I'm going with my own plan. So I know that how to play in this level.
Yeah, I love the confidence. Of course, you have played cricket down in Australia. Every corner of the world, that experience does come into play. You are one of the experienced heads in the team as well. So is there a role that you have for the youngsters? Do you try and mentor them in a certain way?
بالکل چون چې په سوال صحیح پوهیم نه شم خو زه هغه خپل افرټ کوم او خپل 100% ورکوم نو د ټیم دپاره چې څومره زه 100% ورکوم هغه به ښه وي
Yeah, I'm speaking with lots of young cricketers here and sharing my own experience with them in the field and off the field as well. So, yeah, I'm always trying to give them some advices if they need.
Well, you are smiling. Your experience came to the fore today. Congratulations, guys. The player of the match was given them still hope. The defending champions, Afghanistan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. I'd like to call upon Yasim Murtaza, the captain of Hong Kong, China, to share his thoughts on this match. Tough luck, Yasim. But you could be proud because you actually pushed Afghanistan to their limit.
Yeah, first thing first, credit goes to our bowlers. So especially 2 new bowlers came into the team. They are very young. So the way they deliver in the ground, which is very impressive. So yeah, so we got what we want in bowling. But in batting, there is 3 wickets in 1 over. That would be turning of the game.
Is that a cause for concern? Because obviously we know that Anshuman Rath and Babar Hayat are your main players. You yourself is obviously can wield the willow as well. But is there a concern of over-reliance on the 3 of you or anything like that?
No, to be honest, we got few other players who can turn the game anytime. So as I said, these things can happen in cricket. So we will, once we go back, we will look into it.
You mentioned the 2 bowlers who had come in today, Wahid being one of them. Very brilliant performance in such a crucial match.
Yeah, same go with Wahid did really, he did really well with the ball, and don't forget Hassan Spell, he started very well, but the way he finished, he bowled in 20th over. That is really good for our team.
And one of the bigger positives was your fielding efforts today. You must be proud.
Yeah, to be honest, the way all fielders, they just diving around, which is, as a captain, I can't do more than that.
Well, it's one of those games that could have gone anyway. Tough luck. But here's hoping that Hong Kong cricket just goes on to continue to and scale major heights from here on.
Yeah, definitely the way the think tank working on the domestic cricket. So hopefully, gradually we are improving very well. So you can see different result next time.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yasim Murtaza there, indicating that the spirits are still high in the Hong Kong China camp. Well, I'd like to invite the captain of Afghanistan, Darwish Rasuli, to have his take on the match, and of course Sadiqul Atal will be joining him. There is still hope, Darwish, there is still hope.
वो इंशाल्लाह मंग अवल खुदा प्लान कड़े हो ची मंग बाय टास वगट वो अवल बैटिंग हांगकांग तवर को हो बदबख्ताना मंग टास वबेल नो मंग दस खास टोटल वरना का खबियाम शुक्रगुजारी द अल्लाह ने ची द मैच में वगट हो यो तमलरो.
Yeah, first of all, we are happy that we are in the winning side, but we had a plan to chase the target, but unfortunately we lost the toss and we couldn't done that much big total for the opposition. So yeah, we still have a hope for the next match.
Yeah, obviously the toss is a 50-50 probability and you have to reset your plans, but during the toss itself you said you were going to target 170, 180. 140 was a total that could have been defended, but do you think your batters could have approached the innings a little differently?
واقعا منګ چې کوم سٹارټ وخته چې منګ یو سلاویا یو سلاتیا پورې وکړو خو بدبختانه اوپنران وکټ لګزر ور کړي بیا خاص کر میډل کې چې منګ بیک ټو بیک وکټ مور کړي سټریک روټیټ مونږ نو همغه وجه و چې منګ هدف کم ورکړ.
Yeah, we were struggling from the very start. So our top order didn't done that much for our teams to give us a good start, and we can deliver that to the 170, 180. And we lost back-to-back wickets in the middle order as well. So when the pressure built on us, so this was the main things, yeah.
The 2 positives that came out in the batting, it was Ishaq. Ooh!
It's a good shot.
That was good. We just recently learned that Bangladesh football team won a match against India, and there you go, we get indications of that as well here. But meanwhile, 1 positive was in the middle order, Ishaq coming to the fore, scoring runs, then Qais Ahmed with the ball. In fact, all round, when it came to the bowlers under pressure, they performed.
و واقعا موږ ټیم ماشاءالله ښه ټیم ده بد ټیم نه ده ځکه چې خالی دا ده چې کنیکټ کیږو نه کله چېرته ټاپ آرډر لږ کنیکټ سي او میډل آرډر وکټ موږ سره نو موږ کولی شو اخر کې یو ښه ټوټل ورکو خو هماغه خبره موږ ټاپ آرډر لږ ښه نه چلیږي او میډل آرډر کې هم لږ څه ستونزې چې سټرایک روټیټ نه کوو نو همغه یې چې موږ غټ هدف نه شو ورکولی.
Yeah, if you look, our squad are very strong squad, but the batters are not in that much good touch. So that's why we are struggling in the batting. But it was a good sign for us that all guys played really well, which didn't done good in the previous matches.
Well, the next match dictates your fate. Bangladesh A versus Sri Lanka A. Are you planning to watch the match here, or will you go back to watch it?
Na कोशिश करूँ चे मैच तक की नो वे गुरु चे बांग्लादेश मैच होगा तो इंशाल्लाह मुझे बस फाइनल क्यों.
Yeah, but we will go and watch from the hotel. And we will pray for the Bangladesh to beat them. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. They are obviously hopeful. It was the Bangladeshi side that sent a football towards you right now. You're hoping they're going to deliver a victory as well. Thank you so much.
And hopefully they kick Sri Lanka like that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sadiqullah. Thank you so much, Darwish. You hear the message. They're hoping that Bangladesh wins the next match. Darwish Rasuli and Afghanistan still have hope.
Thank you, Atish. Never a dull moment when Sadiqullah is around you. Standings, Bangladesh sitting pretty. At the moment, they have got the full points. And Sri Lanka, they'll be coming up later on. If Bangladesh win, and Afghanistan will go through. If Sri Lanka A wins, Bangladesh A and Sri Lanka will go through. If Sri Lanka A beats Bangladesh A by about more than 41 runs or 32 balls to spare, Sri Lanka A will finish at the top of the table and Bangladesh A will second in the group. Coming up very shortly is the big one. Punit Bellalage led Sri Lanka A. Likes of Nuno Fernando in the side will be taking on. Akbar Ali led Bangladesh A side. Have been superb with the ball, with the bat. They've been wonderful side in the group. This is what's coming up. It's going to be at 5:30 local time, 8 o'clock in Sri Lanka, 8:30 in Bangladesh. We're coming out with that. We'll take a short break. We'll see you on the other side for live play.